Hi, Mark here from the Tangibound Podcast Network and host of the flagship show, the Tangibound Podcast. Did you know that we over at Tangibound are always looking for amazing podcasts to promote? And did you also know that we are also proud nerds and geeks of everything from movies, music, gaming, TV shows, and comic books to wrestling, MMA, soccer, and football? Whatever you can nerd or geek out about, we've got it. And if you're interested, we can help you find it. And if you're a show looking for a place to call home, we've got you covered. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, tumors, shakes, and in some rare cases, death from excessive laughter. Though to be fair, it's only sometimes. Other side effects may include diarrhea, gallstones, heart palpitations, and strong desire for cookies on the dark side. Talk to your doctor and visit TangiboundNetwork.com and see if Tangibound Network is right for you.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Hey hooligans, this is Michael.
This is Michelle.
This is Jeremy.
From Who the What Now?
The show about
strange stories from the internet.
And Bigfoot came over and beat his ass. He knocked him around a little bit, and he just kind of went limp, and Bigfoot left.
pop culture.
Jean-Claude Van Clam.
I thought
Jean-Claude Van
thought you were
Clam
gonna-
was supposed to be the alien in Predator. Mm-hmm. And did a jump splits and ended up with his batch right in the dude's face.
That's his
do I
move.
get the part?
In our crazy lives.
I'm like, oh, there's a cat on my back. And then all of a sudden I feel something. I feel a furry paw go down my ass crack. Just slide right down my ass crack. I was like, what are you doing?
You can catch us on all your favorite podcast applications.
Spotify,
iTunes,
Libsyn,
iHeartRadio,
Stitcher,
your mamas. And wherever else they have quality podcasts.
So don't miss out on the next
Who the What Now?
To the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swabs it with arrows so it glistens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch, they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis, we give a cheer. A raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. On the frozen tundra, they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. The boys will let you know when there's a spoiler. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty.
And now coming to the States. No. Hey, enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 406, finally.
406, finally?
Yeah.
What number is that?
I don't know, but I just feel like there should be like
you mean of all our trials and tribulations?
Yes. I just almost feel like The Rock should have brought us in with the finally. You know, like, geez, I'm crow.
for sure, right?
Ooh.
I mean, or oh Jesus!
Oh, God.
You know, a little Stone Cold action.
Texas rattlesnake. Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't tune into the live stream, you missed all the nonsense that we were dealing with. All the nonsense.
Yeah, missed it. That's, yeah.
I mean, that was some, like I said, shout out to that South African gentleman in his video that fixed this problem.
Right. South African
'Cause that
MVP
was-
for sure.
That was a nightmare, bro.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. But we're better now.
Yeah,
We're stronger because of it,
right.
in theory.
Sure. You know,
Maybe.
something funny here.
What's up?
So, when you start playing the song, you
Yeah.
know, the intro song, I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know, listening to the intro. I'm like, oh shit, I got to hit record.
Well, you could take care of that in post.
Yeah, sure. Actually, I could. You're right. I could cut the whole song out and just drop it back in. But
now it's funnier if it comes in the middle of it.
yeah, it's not really in the middle. It's just, you know how there's the guitar, like the instrument. Yeah, it's like that's not going to be as long as normal.
Well, what would be great is if someone's like listening and be like, "That sounds different.
Yeah,
What'd they do different?" And then,
Right.
oh, they're fuck ups. That's right. I forgot.
right. And you know the best part is I could have just kept my mouth shut about the whole thing.
Jesus Christ.
You know, and just
Right.
just never said a word about it. And if anyone said anything, I could just deny it. But
Deny.
yeah, but it's not how we roll here.
It's not how we roll.
Nope.
See, now I just got intel that my voice is weird.
Well, that's accurate.
What the fuck is going on?
Like, what kind of weird, though? I mean...
I'm fixing it right now, actually.
Oh, okay, good.
In theory.
Okay. Testosterone
Maybe.
shot. Just gonna yank on your other ball till it drops.
Yeah, basically, right?
Then it won't sound weird.
I mean, it's a problem is it sounds fine in my ear, but if it's going out weird.
Yeah. It sounds fine to me, too. That's the really messed up part here.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Is that to us, everything sounds fine, but not so much.
It should be USB. In theory, it should be fine. I love how we did this like completely on the fly.
Yeah.
In the very beginning, I didn't like touch hardly any settings, and now things are just going completely sideways.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's fast. It's just completely fascinating.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's how it works around here.
Yeah, it's true. It's the salty language way.
It is.
You know,
Aye.
right microphone. Apparently it's better. So
Okay.
all right, stop doing stuff.
No more.
Noted.
No more diddling. Got it.
But I love the diddle.
No diddling. The All the
No
Beer
diddle.
Studio is now a no diddling zone, at least for the
No
next
diddle zone.
however long amount of time.
You know what's really interesting, Brian?
What's that?
Is I don't know what happened in my Skype window.
What?
But we're for sure still connected because I'm talking to you.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the YouTube feed and it's still showing you. So
I don't know what's happening. This has been one of the weirdest days I've ever had.
yeah,
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know either. It's just it's all crashing down.
Yeah, like I was like, because I don't know.
Right? Ay caramba.
Caramba is right.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, apparently it's also I don't know. Whatever. We're plowing forward.
That's right.
We're gonna do this.
Yeah. Bad sound or not, we're doing this.
Yeah, it's already on.
Yeah.
It's on
How
Donkey
about this?
Kong.
If you're going through the YouTube's playback and for some reason it doesn't sound fine, the podcast audio should be fine. So, just wait a day or two or something, and it'll either be on YouTube or you could just subscribe to the podcast at saltylanguage.com. No,
It's true, right?
or on Apple, Spotify, Google, wherever it is you get your podcasts.
Well, it would be sure cool to be on Apple.
You know what's interesting, and I'm sure you're referring to your All the Beers pod, right?
Yes, All the Beers Pod.
I've been able to
.com.
download your show with Overcast or Downcast.
Really?
Downcast. I'm sorry.
Well, it's because the RSS feed works.
Oh, okay. I thought that pulled from Apple. I didn't realize it pulls from RSS. Okay.
It's unfortunately, because Apple apparently doesn't like guys with beards or something.
Mm-hmm.
I've been denied so far. I'm about ready to fill out the form again with maybe some anthrax or
tape a tenor to it. Yeah.
Tape a 10 to it, dick pic. I don't know,
Sure.
something.
Hey, whatever works.
Whatever they're into.
Just throw it all at them. Wait,
Exactly.
I got it. Tape a 10 to your dick pic.
Now we're talking.
Or tape a 10 to your dick and take a pic.
Even better. 'cause
Whichever.
I get to keep the 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably the best solution.
Yeah.
Right
Be like,
there.
you want a cheddar wrapped hot dog? Gotcha.
Got you. That's hilarious. Dude, you remember hot dogs that had that weird cheese inside of them?
Yeah.
That couldn't have been healthy.
What are you talking about? It's perfectly healthy. Cheese is always healthy. Right?
I mean, cheese is pretty great, but that wasn't real cheese.
Oh, no, that's probably processed cheese food or something like that.
Oh, boy, it had to be. But, man, I remember, Mom would be like, oh, hey, I got those cheesy dog things. I'd be like, yes.
Cheesy dog things.
It was like the skies opened up and angels descended with a bag of hot dogs.
Which is essentially, so you're saying they showed up with a bag of dicks, basically?
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't need your dick in heaven, wait.
I don't understand how that's still heaven.
Yeah, I'm for sure not going to heaven.
Yeah, right.
Bro, I like this thing.
Yeah, it's...
Keeps me company when I'm lonely.
Why so down, pal? I'll leave it up to you which is talking to which.
Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you why I'm down. I got up here and St. Peter lopped off my dick.
Yeah. Well, that's a good reason. I mean...
That'll do it.
Meanwhile, there's just people just bathing in bathtubs of dicks in hell,
Right?
Frolicking in fields of them blowing in the wind like pussy willows.
So much frolicking.
I feel
the frolics.
I feel like I accidentally crossed metaphors there.
Maybe.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm hanging up cords.
goodness.
Everything's still a mess from when we last recorded.
Yeah, that'll happen. Well, we were under the influence of sugar and beer.
Yeah. And then I had to, everything was set up behind me.
Uh-huh.
And I had to tear everything down. I just unplugged everything and put everything back.
Yeah.
So everything's kind of like a mess.
Yeah. You should have just slid the table forward and left it.
I mean, that would have been a good solution, I think.
But, yeah, it's understandable. Oh, man.
It's just funny because it's like, I wish I could hear what was actually going out to the people. Because all I can hear is what's coming through the board.
Oh, right.
Which is what should be going out to the people.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm confused.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, God damn it, not all the baby turtles make it to the sea. Bloody, bloody, bloody.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Spurlers, not all the...
Spurlers, exactly.
Yeah, not all the baby turtles make it.
Adjusting all the things over here.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm better now, though.
All right.
No.
That's fair.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yep.
So how the hell are you, Brian?
Not too bad.
Yeah, I feel like it's been forever since I talked to you, because I think it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, it's been, 6 or 7 years at least.
Yeah, it definitely feels like that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I'm doing all right. Everything's just kind of meh and boring, but
Right.
Quick update. I mean, about this because I've talked to you, separately about this. As I mentioned on the show last week about my brother, having a heart attack and open heart surgery. He's home now and obviously sore, but otherwise seemingly, seemingly on the mend. So,
well, that's good.
Yeah, I just figured I'd throw an update out there for anybody who might, who was curious because, it's weird when you listen to like a podcast or a TV show or something like that, and they're just like blah 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 story, and you never hear the follow up. Like on the news, it happens all the time. Like I mentioned this to my mom, and I were talking one night, and I was like, I wish there was like a follow up news. Like to where like they would just be like, oh, remember this story we talked about 6 months ago? Well, here's how it turned out.
Well, you know what? To be fair, that's kind of our program.
Well, yeah.
Because we do that all the time. We do the old salty follow-ups.
Well, at least we do that,
It's true.
I mean, when we think of it or
because we care about the people.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. We care.
It was weird. I'm watching the CBS Evening News tonight, and the anchor's name is Jeff Glor, right? And
what's his name?
Jeff Glor.
I don't like that name.
Well, all right. But anyway, so
I'm just saying.
At the end of the broadcast, though, he's like, goes into this speech, and it's like, is this his final show? Like, is he walking away or whatever? Yeah, it turns out, apparently CBS is replacing him with I can't think of the woman's name. It's Nora something.
Nora Dunn?
No, it's not Nora. That would be weird.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
But they're replacing him with her, and instead of like him continuing the job until she takes over, he basically is just like, told him where to stick it. Essentially, no, he basically like tonight's his final broadcast, and she's not taking over until like the summer. So
really,
yeah, apparently they're just going to rotate hosts like they did after Dan Rather left. They kind of left. They kind of just rotated for a little while,
right?
So it was just such a weird thing. It was like, whoa, what's going on? So of course the first thing I do is, Google why he's leaving, and then I was like, oh, all right, well that's a good reason. I probably would too if they were like, yeah, you know how you're hosting the. They pull the old everyone hosting the evening news step forward, and he goes to step, and they go, eh.
Like, whoa, buddy.
Yeah. Just you, Nora.
Yeah, no, Nora, you're out.
What, huh?
It's like the Godfather when they kick out Fredo.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean,
I'm smart.
Sorry. I don't know. Yeah, I can't recall who the woman is. Like, I'm sure I've seen her on there before, but I can't recall who she is. But it was like, I kind of like
Christy Brinkley.
Yes.
Kathy Ireland.
No, I would definitely remember if it was either of them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I'd be like, why is the news so much more interesting right now?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Why am I so focused on these older ladies?
Yeah. That's the real question.
All right. And that's the rest of the story. Remember Paul Harvey?
Yeah, I do.
God, my dad was all about Paul Harvey.
My dad was too. I hated listening to him.
Good day.
Yeah. It's like you listen to him for like 17 hours to get a one-liner that at best gets a ha out of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like one.
And that man was Abraham Lincoln. And that's the rest of the story.
It's like, oh, thank God.
Good day.
Oh, man. I was never happier than when I heard the good day, because that meant his ass was off the air for a while.
Exactly,
At least
right.
for like an hour until he came back on to tell another 17-hour story.
For sure.
Ugh. Then his son took over after he died. I don't know if you ever heard that.
Wait, what happened when he died?
His son...
Besides he died?
Well, he died, and then his son did the show for a while. But
really?
It didn't catch on because his son didn't have the personality.
Well, shocking, right?
No, what I'm saying is his son had less personality than Paul Harvey did.
I got you.
It's so funny though.
It's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. That show was like the Reader's Digest of radio shows.
Yeah, the Reader's Digest large format.
Yes, because the only people who seemed to really like that show were much older people.
Yeah, I mean, that's accurate.
They appreciated his gentle humor.
Good day. I'll never forget that, though. Good day.
Yeah, I'll give him that. I
Yeah.
mean, within one show, he had 2 catchphrases. So
It's true, right?
my favorite was the good day one, like I said, because that meant he was done. But
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's move on from Paul Harvey. How have you been?
I mean, I've been as reasonable as I can be, I guess.
All right.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been working like my dick off lately, which just sucks.
Trying to get into heaven. Gotcha.
Exactly. I'm gonna rub it out like a pencil.
Wait.
Wait, that sounded horrible. didn't
Yeah,
it?
it did, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna sharpen his mug.
Yep.
Yeah, I've just been bro. Like it's got to the point that I'm like job hunting again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I wasn't on the show last week. I needed Reheno to step in. Thank God he could, because I effectively worked 2 jobs last week. I put in 84 fucking hours.
Wow.
Yeah,
Jeebus.
it's retarded.
That is
I don't even like using that word. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, wow. That is insane.
Yeah.
That is, like, I think the most hours I ever worked at a job was, like, almost 70, like 67 one time or something like that. And I was like, I will never do this again. So
Yeah, it
I can't
was,
even imagine.
It was not a great time.
Oh, I'm sure it wasn't.
Yeah, so...
Oof. Man.
I
Did
don't
they at
know.
least
So,
give
yeah,
you,
it's
like,
like-
handies off and on to refresh you or anything?
You would think,
No?
you know,
No?
right? It's no, it was just like, and don't get me wrong, you know, the money's fine, but it's not enough.
Yeah, the money, it's like, I know there was a study done on one of the podcasts, they were talking about it, about how at a certain point, money no longer is a driving factor because it's, like
Right.
you said, it's not enough. You know, if the money constantly is going up, it could probably be a continuous factor, but at some point the money stops and then the bullshit passes it, you know, and you're like, okay, I've had enough. This ain't doing it anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I've been on this, and it's funny because most people I talk to at work are like, they're all looking to get out, which is fascinating,
Wow.
you know?
Well, that many hours, I mean, good Lord. You know, I mean, you almost got to be like the old, like 18 to 22-year-old with no family to do that job.
Exactly.
Like,
Like,
once
if
you're
if
past
I was
that.
young and single,
Yeah.
you didn't have anything better to do but make money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Kind of
'Cause,
like,
yeah, I mean,
honestly,
but-
you were at that age. Because you were
Yeah.
working at, was it Cooper or whatever? And, you know,
Cooper Heat. Yeah.
making pretty decent money and just working a buttload of hours. And, you know, it was fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I've been on the prowl looking for something new,
Just
Which, I
strutting
mean-
about town.
basically. And I got, you know, it's like I got a couple, like I've been throwing out applications everywhere.
Right.
And actually, which kind of like, it could be good, could be bad. I got past first, like phase 1, but refinery work, Brian, Cooper Heat.
Really?
They're looking for operators, but it's like, it's not easy to get in.
Okay.
For like, I was like, you know, my brother-in-law, Peanut, he doesn't work for a refinery, but he's a contractor in the refinery.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I asked him, like, is this job worth it? He's like, if I could go back and do it again, I would do that.
Okay.
But they're like, because he told me, he's like, yeah, I think they're hiring like 40 to 50 people and like 4,000 people applied.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Because, again,
'Cause-
in this area, that kind of job, they've been on the decline. So whenever a factory or not factory, but a refinery, whatever job opens, they tend to get just flooded with people. So
Yeah,
I
and
doubt
it's
it.
like good benefits, pension. It actually, like, starting pay is more than I make on overtime.
Wow. Yeah, that'd
But
be
it's
all right.
still like 12-hour shift.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like that kind of sucks.
But
if I'm not working 7 days a week, I don't actually mind the 12.
Yeah, I was just
I
going to
really
say, not to mention, I would think, like, with that place, I would think they probably don't do, like, the on-off thing like this place does, do they?
It is like a swing shift. I don't know how often they switch.
Okay.
And they did say there is some mandatory, but I mean, Man, I don't know, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's
but-
one of those things. I look at the pay too, and I'm like,
Here's what I'm
that can get me out of some holes.
Yeah,
you
well,
know?
that's what I was just going to say. I was like, even if essentially you're doing the exact same hours, but if the beginning pay is more than you're making at overtime, you get overtime pay on top of that, you know,
Yeah.
now the money becomes okay, it still sucks, but at least the money's allowing me to do some things in life, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's where I'm at with my current job. I'm like, yeah, the pay's good. Like, I don't mind it. I got all my bills. I can put some stuff in savings if I want.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not worth my life.
Yeah.
But if they're gonna pay me even more,
Yeah.
then
Well,
I'd be
it's-
like, well,
It's like we've said, we've talked, with one of our friends. Like, you remember when we were at the bar and he asked me if he should take the job where he makes a load of money, but he's miserable, or the job where he makes way less money, but he's much happier. And I was like, my first question was how old are you? Because it's like we were saying a minute ago, it's like if you're young, it's like, fuck, take the money. If you're older, take what's easier or makes you happier or is better for your life, because you know,
exactly.
you're not going to be able to bust your ass that many hours. It'll catch up to you a little differently than when you're a strapping young lad, if you will, you know.
Well, and that's what's like killing me about my current, because dude, like basically I'm standing for like 12 hours straight.
Right.
Well, I guess 11 because I get breaks. All in all, I get about an hour's worth of breaks.
Right.
But other than that, if you sit down, they're like, hey, get off that rack. And it's like, bro, my dogs are howling, especially I just got new boots, so I'm breaking them in.
Right. Yeah.
It's just like, bro, it's not for me.
Yeah.
And it's a 40-minute drive too.
Yeah, that doesn't help either. I mean, the refinery's not super close either, but it's closer
It's
than 40
closer.
minutes. Yeah.
From where I live, we'll get to that in a second. From where I live, it's about like a 25-minute drive, I think,
Okay.
it's
That
still
seems
closer.
right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be closer. I just didn't know how much closer. So, but that's a significant amount of time. It may not seem like it, but 15 minutes a day is a significant amount of time, you know?
Yeah, right?
Especially when you're already there 1,000 hours, and even more so, especially if you're leaving work and you're tired. You
Right,
certainly don't
exactly.
want to be farther away from home.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The move is to
You know what I'm
make
saying.
enough to where you can buy like a small motorhome, and then you just drive that to work every day. If you're too tired, you
I've
just
always kind of thought about that. Those tiny houses that are trailers. I was like, man, if I get a sweet truck, just pull that mug around.
yeah. You get a little tired after work, just, pull over and take a quick nap or two, and wake up nice and refreshed.
Yeah, nicey.
Yeah. Be like Tony, what are you doing here still? I had to catch a nap real quick.
Yeah. Feck off, I'm sleeping.
Like, get out of the parking lot. He comes after you with a broom.
Right, exactly.
Go and get.
Go on, get now. Oh man! But then, I guess since I kind of touched on it. Speaking of that, because obviously I'm going through a separation and all that, as we've talked about off and on throughout the show.
Right. For those who aren't watching, Tony currently has someone pulling his shoulder out of socket.
Yes, exactly. I'm Mel Gibson over here from Lethal Weapon.
You wish.
I know, right?
You just want your nipples to get. Oh wait, was it nipples or was it balls that got electrocuted?
Either way, I'm in.
Yeah. Fair enough. Like, I've seen some shit. I can handle it.
No, I'm going to end up being moving soon. Because process separation, basically, especially in Michigan, everything's split.
Right.
And I applied for a loan to try to make it so I could stay in this house. Did not get it because tenure at my job, not there long enough.
Oh, right.
It's a liability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
sucks.
I'm actually we're in the process of starting to pack stuff up. I'm going to sell the house.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to actually move back to Ohio because that's where my daughter is going to be.
Right. Which also
And,
makes sense for a few other reasons, like insurance and.
Car insurance would be way cheaper. Although I
much
heard
cheaper.
Michigan just passed a law that's supposed to make it cheaper.
Ugh.
But yeah, so I'm relocating Salty Languages for far north / All the Beers podcast studio.
Wait, are you saying it could be? Well, oh yeah, that's right. It's always been in Michigan. That's right. Never mind. I was trying to think if we were ever in Ohio, and I was like, no, we always been
Always
Michigan.
But not,
Yeah.
well, now there's going to be a salty language thumbtack there in Ohio.
Oh, man. So we'll have to mark in the salty language history guides. That'll be a historical monument, much like my last place was. You know, because my last place is where it launched, but it's also been plenty of times, you know, because of doing it this way, or we've podcasted together from your house, or you know where you are right now.
Correct.
So, yeah. Yep.
So yeah, I got that, man. It's just like life is like getting crazy.
Yeah. It's like
You
we
know,
say on the
kinda-
Crazy Life podcast, you know, life you sometimes, you know.
Oh fuck yeah, it does
Yeah.
it, boy.
Not that makes any, you know, it doesn't help at all or make it more comfortable.
But yeah, and that's the problem is like because of my work schedule, bro. I got like no free time,
Oh yeah, right.
so it's gonna get like it's gonna get nutty around here. I feel like.
Yeah, your packing's going to be similar to mine when I moved, to where it's like I got a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's. I mean, it's not gonna be that quick,
Right, right.
But I actually thought about like when I was texting you last night at work about the storage unit. You know,
Yeah,
I thought about just getting a storage unit and just start moving stuff into it.
yeah,
You know, just to
it's
kind of like
understandable. Yeah,
help. You know,
right.
because I mean, when I bought this house, it was my grandfather's house.
Yeah,
Grandpa's. Then my aunt lived here, and then she moved out. You know, then we bought the house,
yeah,
and I was saddled with so much stuff that isn't mine.
yeah,
And now it's like there's no one else in the family is, at least as far as I know yet, stepping up to want this house.
yeah.
Some random asshole is going to want it.
They
You know,
might.
here, hey, this house comes with this stuff. Great.
Yeah. Well, that's what you do is you knock off like a small amount off the price, you know, and just be like, we're doing that because we're not hauling this shit out of the basement.
Yeah, right.
You know, kind of like remember when we had our shop, how we got, was it the first month or so rent free if we, you know, clean the place out, which turned out to be a terrible deal on our end. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we lost money on that gig.
fucking A. Yeah.
So it happens when you're young and dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. We're older now.
we are older now.
Not any smarter, but we're older.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I think actually we've gone the other way.
But yeah, so I mean, it's life's been a little topsy turvy this past like week between working crazy hours and finding out I need to do this, and
Yeah.
it's been something, man.
Yeah.
You know, I've been like, here's something for you. Because this not wait, what did it say? See, working nights fucks me up too. I'm going
Today's
like
Friday.
2 days next week. Today's Friday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so next Friday is I'm taking the phase 2. I'm taking the test for that job,
Yeah.
and
Is that the swimsuit part of it?
yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, I still got that tuxedo from Jamaica. so
Oh,
I'm good.
that's a good move. Classy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Classy.
Yeah, they'll never
know?
see that coming. Yeah.
The high cut, show off these hips. but
Like,
it's
I'm here to apply for the job of smooth operator.
Yeah, right.
Feel this bikini area.
You like that, baby? Everything else looks like a sweat except that.
Why is everyone vomiting? Like,
But
how'd that bear get a Speedo?
you know, like, what's going? Should he be riding a bike in a Russian circus? What is going on here?
That's the move. You go in on a bike and just pretend you're a bear and seem
Right?
imposing.
Put a tutu on, have an umbrella.
Yeah, maybe they'll be threatened enough by you. Because, you know, like, what is more dangerous than a bear wearing a tutu?
I mean,
That
a good
bear
call.
is-
That's a good call.
That bear is due to snap.
He's not impressed for sure.
Not at all, yeah. I mean, there may be some. I'm not trying to judge. You know, if a bear's comfortable with itself and wants to wear a tutu and carry a parasol or whatever, listen, you know.
Bears got to do bear stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Bear shit, yeah.
Yeah, he's got to get bear shit going.
Yeah, as our friend Beagley said, you know, you do what you boo, you know.
You do what you boo.
Yep.
So that's an old school pull.
Yeah, it is. No one's
Yeah.
going to get that except like Henna.
No one's going to get that.
Maybe,
That's okay though,
Yeah, there'll be like 3 people listening that get it.
right? But so here's my thing.
Yeah.
It's like I got that test next Friday,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, I was googling to be like, oh, what can I expect on this test, right?
Yeah.
I found a couple practice tests, and it says specifically in the email, so it'll be no calculators,
Okay.
because there's a math portion.
All right.
You know how long it's been since I did math on paper?
A long time, I'm sure.
It's been long enough that, like, I was like, okay, let me do some division. Could not remember how to do division on paper. Like, I'm sitting there just staring at it like,
Wow.
It's been so long.
Wow.
So obviously I've been like doing homework and trying to brush up on that shit.
That's a good move, yeah, because you don't know what you're going to walk into. I assume it's probably going to be. I can't imagine it's going to be like terribly complicated, but
I think they just want to be like, well, if you're out like, you know, checking gauges or, you know, whatever, then you don't have a calculator on you. You need to be able to do the math.
Right. The problem is you're always going to have your phone on you.
Yeah, and well, I'll always have like, because actually it's been weird because in school I hated math. Hated it. It was not my subject at all. And in my current job, you know, I've been trained to tag and stuff, and you got to do a lot of math because you got to figure out like how much glass is actually being packed, how much is going to waste.
Okay.
And it's all math,
right?
And I'm digging it because like I know how to like figure out how much like a square foot of glass weighs, and now I can from there I can figure out how much we're wasting.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's all math, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool,
right?
Because it's not just numbers on paper; it's like real life application.
Yeah. Which makes a big difference, you know, if people had a, you know, because like you look at like story problems, most of the questions in the story problems, people are like, who cares when two trains leave? You know what's
funny is I always love story problems. Everyone's always like, oh, story. I always like, yeah, this is my jam.
Dude, I crushed on those because one of the days I was doing them, I think it was like junior high. We had them, and I looked at it and I was like, why am I like reading this whole thing? You know, so it just, you know, you just pull the move of you go to the answers or the questions. You find out exactly what they're looking for and then just skim the paragraph till you find what they want.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Ta-da, answer. And you just move on. Like I used to, after doing that, I used to blow through tests that were mostly story problems to where like I had teachers that were like iffy about it because I think they thought I was cheating somehow, but they couldn't figure out how. You know, it's like somebody in Vegas, you know, the pit boss, like eyeing you. It's like, I know you're fucking cheating. As soon as I can prove it, these goons are going to beat your ass.
They're in there in the like security room looking at all the cameras.
Yeah. But it isn't. That's just how easy it is. And it's like my mom said, she used to struggle with those. And I told her, you know, how I did it. And she was like, that makes way more sense. And I'm like, yeah, if people were just taught that way, I don't think a lot of, because they're purposely made to fuck with you.
Oh, yeah, because it's like, you know, Steve is doing this and blah, 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 but what about Kyle?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, where'd he come into play?
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Steve's 13, and when he was 7, he was twice Kyle's age. Burp a derp derp. And you're like,
yeah, exactly.
What?
Meanwhile, Kyle was touched by his uncle. It's
yeah.
Like, wait, what?
It's like, okay, I get that's very important, but
like he should really. This shouldn't be a math problem anymore. This should be a police problem.
Yeah. The underneath the paragraph, you know, the question is, like, at what age should Kyle have alerted the authorities? You know,
exactly.
Like, oh, right away, fuck you. Like, yeah.
What year of Kyle's life did his brain wipe from him?
Yeah, right. Oh man, terrible. Oh shit. You know, it's funny. I struggled with math a little bit when I was really like, you know, first couple years of school a little bit. And my dad math came so easy to him. And, you know, like in high school, he had to go all the way through, I think, like trig. And, you know, whereas.
Sounds like a gang member.
I know, right? he was jumped into trig.
Yeah, right. Trig jumped him in.
Trig jumped him in. I mean, yeah. But when I started struggling, he just just sat down with me and it just clicked, you know, and then plus, you know, like us doing all those flea markets and everything, I had to be able to do math, you know, boom, 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 because I had to keep making change, you know?
Right.
And, you know, and that's when my dad taught me the way he did math was basically you, like if you need to know what 9 times 5 is, the quicker way, like if you didn't, you know, I'm using 9 times 5, but this works better for more complicated numbers. But instead of going, or if you needed to know what 99 cents times 5 was, there we go. You know, you just go, okay, it's $5 minus 5 cents. And there's your answer. It's $4.95. Just boom, right? And That's not right. I said 99 cents, not 95 cents. No, that's right. 5 cents off. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. You're good, bro.
Yeah. See, I questioned myself because I haven't been doing that math enough. But as a result, you get to where like you can do so much math in your head because of using that method. You don't need to keep track of all the little details on paper. You can skip all that. Well, the problem was when I got into algebra, the teacher kept marking all my stuff wrong because I wasn't showing all the work.
I need to see your math.
Yeah, which I get. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm showing various parts of the math and then the answer. I'm showing, like, say, 3 steps instead of 5.
I would do the same thing. I'd do a lot of mental math and just write down my answers and then keep going.
Yeah. And that's
and then I got frustrated and just stopped doing shit.
Right.
And it's like if you miss like 3 days of math,
forget
and
it.
then you come in, it's like they're speaking a different language all of a sudden.
I missed a week of algebra one time, and when I came back, I was so like I'm sitting in class and she's doing the day's work, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about because I hadn't learned the formulas yet. She's
up there like writing in Russian.
Yeah, basically, she
like
might as well have been.
Numbers and shit. Like, what's going on? What happened? Are we opening a Stargate?
Oh man,
that's great.
Yeah, and so that I ended up in. I don't know if you remember at Whitmer they had academic intervention.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I ended up in that for math because I had a D in algebra. I had never gotten lower than an A in math. So
did you walk in your math class and all your like loved ones and friends were there and like we got to talk?
It was, yeah.
Got to talk.
They were like, you need to quit sullying the family name.
We have to send you to academic intervention.
Yeah. So you either straighten your shit up or you're out of the family.
Exactly.
Shit.
I wish I had that sound clip queued up of the, I still love you. Like one of my all-time favorite things ever.
Oh my god! I forgot what I was watching something on I think Snapchat yesterday, and somebody used that, and I just lost it.
It's just my favorite. That noise he makes. Yeah,
exactly.
You tell him, Bell.
Yeah, but it was weird. I showed the teacher how I did math. How I did the problems because he's like, well, you've got the answers right. He's like, why is she marking these wrong? And so he gave me some problems to solve. So, after I told him what he should do with his wife and his finances, we got down to some other math. And
after you told him what you did with his wife.
Yeah. Nice. So, yeah, but once I showed him, he goes, oh, so you're just not writing all the work down. And I'm like, no, I'm actually skipping steps in my head. I'm actually not even doing those steps. I'm just blowing right past them,
Right.
So he was like, okay, we'll do this and blah, blah. And, once I started showing the work, all of a sudden, by the end of the year, my grade was right up where it should have been,
I hate to be this guy, Brian.
Yeah.
But we might have to take a live stream break because my fucking dog apparently needs to go take a dump or something.
Oh, boy. All right. Was a good place to take one. So just let her go in there. It's fine. Wouldn't be the first time.
I mean, I guess.
Before we recorded that one time, she freshened the room up for us.
Oh, man, that was the worst.
That was terrible.
So I'm going to put a be right back thing.
All right.
On our,
what we need?
Screen.
We need a thing that you can pull up. It's one of those like technical difficulties or something like
better.
that. Yeah. Or a we'll be right back, whatever,
Hold on.
Yeah.
I was surprised at how shittily. Oh, here we go. It's the one from The Simpsons.
Oh, that's a good one. If it's the one I'm thinking of.
With the dog holding the plug in its mouth.
Oh, maybe
is that what you're thinking of?
Maybe that's not the one I'm thinking of. No,
son of a bitch.
There was one from. Man, was it?
Tell me a good one, Brian. Tell me a good one. Tell me a story.
I can't think of one.
Tell me a story.
The plug one's good, but there was one where it shows like a guy, like it says like technical difficulties or something, and there's like a producer and he's got like a bottle of liquor and they've got the marks around him showing that he's drunk.
I was like, I just found one where he's got a cuckoo clock bird coming out of his head. It's the news guy.
Oh, right. Kent Brockman?
Yeah, we'll go with that one temporarily.
Right. Oh, there it is. Scroll back up. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the feed, but which is behind you. Like it's above the Kent
there it is.
Brockman one. Yeah.
I found it.
Okay.
This is the best audio ever.
Right.
Hold on, Val. You gotta wait 2 seconds for me to set some shit up. Yeah, I was surprised when I was sitting down to try to do math to how fucked up it was for me.
Yeah. Right.
It was I was like, wow, I feel super dumb.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Because it's been so long, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is funny how something you used to do pretty easily, and just by being out of practice, you're just like, wow, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Like 2 + 3, and you're like, hold on, I got to take my shoes off.
I apologize to our live stream right now, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I'm currently putting that.
Yeah, I think you need to go, dude.
And it's I'm doing it on the fly. Normally, I have all this stuff set up, so I apologize.
You don't lie to the people.
I mean, I do though, Brian. I do.
That's true. Sometimes.
Yeah. Boom! It's almost there. It's almost there. It's almost there. I swear to Christ. Oh my God, dog.
Dude.
I imagine you can hear it in the background.
Oh, I can. Yeah. Like, dude, if I was making those kind of noises and you were like, hold it, I'd probably be punching you in the dick. So,
yeah, right.
You probably should get her out of there. It could be a situation.
I will in just uno momento.
All right.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey there. Welcome back. Now my dog has officially, I don't know, probably shit the yard or something.
Probably, yeah.
Whatever dogs do.
Let's
I don't know.
Yeah.
Dog things.
Destroyed it. Yep.
I bought her like a little, man, it's kind of chilly out there. I bought her like a little LED situation to go on her collar.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Because it's so dark in my yard.
Please tell me it has like a strobe light or it changes colors or something.
It does.
Awesome.
It's like this little pen that you click it, and it's an LED, and it's like shifts, down the color of the rainbow.
Yeah.
So now I can see what she's up to out there, kinda. You just see this like glowing ball of light though that just changes color. It looks like I have like specters or something back there.
Probably do.
I probably do.
Yeah.
It is fun in its own right.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh man.
What?
People are going to sneak preview my stuff. It's not cool.
The under the desk cam's fired up, huh?
Definitely. Yeah, I'm just this whole live stream is going sideways, Brian.
Yeah, it's
it's been a rough day, man.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Sorry. I'm just, there we go. Everyone's watching. Once again, I apologize. I'm just getting shit set up still.
This is such a mess. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's been good so far except this one, live stream wise.
Yeah. Yeah. This one's definitely been the shit show for sure.
Yeah.
I blame it on us. We skipped a week. We lost our mojo,
We did skip a week and lost some serious mojo.
Yeah.
So. You know what's going to help me get some of that mojo back, Brian?
What?
Some of this delicious. It's my last one. Delicious chill wave.
Oh, man. Yeah. I was in Kroger the other day. They still had like 4 4-packs sitting on the shelf.
Oh, you should have bought them all.
Man, I thought about buying like a couple of them, but I was like, nah.
Which I actually, that episode of my podcast was supposed to come out yesterday because I've been so busy, I didn't have a chance to put anything together.
Oh, right.
Because of, work and then things going on in my personal life, all my time has been like eaten up.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, if for anyone who hasn't listened already, Tony and I, there is an episode of his All the Beers pod that is the two of us talking about Hop Slam, right?
Yeah, we covered a Hop Slam, and then the next one, sneak preview, is going to be about Chill Wave.
Nice.
Right here, y'all. But
yep.
Yeah. I mean, as of beers go,
the cream of the crop.
Yeah,
my opinion.
Yeah, definitely two that have special places in my heart. So.
Exactly, and also Brian, because So I got some time off coming up. Like 3 days, but whatever.
No,
I'm going to start. I got one of those days, though, for sure. I'm going to start putting together those videos we made.
Oh, right.
For the Sweet and Salty Languages coming out.
Yep. Nice.
So everyone who's subscribed to Salty Language Pod on YouTube, make sure you like us. Make sure you subscribe to us. Soon we're going to have more Canadian snack reviews coming out.
Yep.
Or not reviews. Well, no, we did review them.
We did review them, yeah.
We did review them. So, yeah, Canadian snack reviews coming out on Salty Language Pod on YouTube.
It's more, like, even though we review them or whatever, it's like, it's more, for me, it's more about just trying the stuff we haven't tried, like giving it a go.
I really think we need to do more of that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, as much as it's going to, like blow out my O-ring, I'm willing to sit down and do a Taco Bell Sweet and Salty Language review.
Oh, I love it.
Let's get nutty. Let's get crazy.
Blowing O-ring.
Yeah, right,
yeah.
Yeah, blowing O-rings. That should be a shirt for us, blowing O-rings.
Man. And we're not talking about onion rings.
Right.
Not that I couldn't
Who's O-rings, lucky fella?
Man.
So the other thing about this whole, like, search for a new job thing is a thing that happens every time I've searched for a new job. The eminent beard trim.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Is the beard a no-no at the new place?
Oh, dude, if I get hired at the refinery, I got to be clean.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, because just in case you have to put on a respirator.
Oh, man. See, I get it,
'Cause
because
I
they want
remember
as
that
tight of
when
a
I worked
fit.
in them.
Yeah, I know they want as tight of a fit as possible. But it's like, I'm surprised you can't have, like, that real light scruff. Like the beard that's not really a beard, but, it's all you can handle because they won't let you have a real beard.
Yeah, so that'll be that's the one, like, major negative, because I like having a beard.
I feel like we should do a video in memoriam to your beard if that happens.
I mean, I don't know if I still have it on the soundboard. Hold on. Oh yeah, perfect. Little just like pictures of it scrolling across the screen.
No, it needs to be like us out in a hole in like your backyard. And you're like pouring out the clippings into the bag. We're in white billowy shirts, like we're
exactly.
Boys to Men playing.
Little Boys to Men.
Yep.
Or as our boy band's called, Men to Older Men.
Yeah. True. Oh, speaking of getting older, it's funny. I was filling out a survey thing last night, and it was when it got to the age box. I was like, God damn it. I'm up to the 40 to 45 or 40 to 49, whatever it was box now. Well, we are, I should say, because we both are. But, yep. I was like, yep, here we go. I'm now in the middle of the, because there's the like under 18, then there's 18, whatever. So it's like we're in that middle group now on on a lot of the survey chart or the age charts. So pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, what makes me feel old is where I work with a lot of youngins.
Right.
Right.
Mm.
It's like I was talking to this dude yesterday, which he was all about Lord of the Rings, which is fine.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna have their hobbies.
Yeah. Right.
But he was like, man, when the movies came out, I was like, what did he say? I think he said he was like in third grade or something like that.
It's pretty awesome.
And I went, what?
You're like, really, dude? Yeah. Like, wow.
Now I feel old as fuck.
Right. It happens, right? I mean, geez.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not at all related. I'm just shifting to it. I was playing, what game was I playing? Oh, The Witness the other night.
Yeah.
That puzzle game?
Can I get a witness? Hell yeah.
Dude, that game is so frustrating, but it's I love it, but it's so frustrating.
Yeah, I still need to play it.
Yeah.
I haven't, well, never mind.
So, when I was done, I unlocked a couple trophies, while I played. And when I got done, I looked at, I always look, because, like you get multiple trophies or whatever, and I didn't really pay attention to what they were for. So I look, and one of them was basically like I'm still pretty early in the game. But the one was like this, there's like this temple in there, and when you get done with it, there's a thing that happens, and you get, like, it unlocks a trophy for that. And
Right. I'm
like, okay, this is only like the 4th or 5th like stage of the game or area in the game, right? So like I said, I'm still pretty early, I think. I think there's still a lot left. From just where the character stands, it looks like there's a ton of island left. So I'm assuming there's a lot left. But I looked at this and it was like, oh, you know, I always look at the rarity on PlayStation, you know? And I was looking at the one that's like common or something, or not common, but it's like the next one up or something like that. And it was, like, there's only like 30%, I think, of players that got that trophy.
And it's a common one?
And it's one that, like, if you just play the game, you should get. Like, I was like,
that seems weird.
Like, the game's frustrating and hard. I could see where a lot of people might not make it that far because they're just like, fuck this game, you know? But at the same time, it's like, if you just play the game, you get here, you know? Like,
right.
It's always so strange to me when you get a trophy in a game and it's something that's super easy and it'll show like 20% of people have it or something like that, you know? And you're like, really? Like, how is, like, do people not play? And I get it when it's a game like Call of Duty used to be, or Battlefield or something, where most people just ignore the single player that they had and just jump into the multi, and there's not really...
all they want to do is shoot kids in the face.
Yeah, and there's no trophies really for that, aside from, you know, just the kids. And
trophy of victory.
Right. Well, in Battlefield there is. I actually, because you can steal dog tags. But
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so there is kind of a trophy in that one. But
I miss playing games.
So, you know, but it is really strange to me though, like how many common trophies don't get done by a lot of people playing games.
Right.
And I wonder if, like, game demos affect that at all. I wouldn't think so, but I do kind of wonder.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, because, like, it'd make more sense if we were still in more of a real heavy game rental era of you know, time. But we're not. You know, you don't really go rent games much anymore.
Doesn't it seem weird that kind of went away?
Yes. Very.
Because I get the whole death of the video store.
Totally.
Streaming services, you know, you're fucked. But renting games, those are like $60, you know, plus dollars a pop.
Yeah.
Renting games still makes sense to me.
Oh, it totally does. Yeah, because, you know, even if they're $5 for, you know, a day or two, whatever they would be, it's still, at least you could get it, give it a go and go, wow, this game sucks, or I love it. Or with some games you could, you know, potentially beat the game because some of them, their story mode's so, you know, short.
Yeah, just walk right through it, basically.
Yeah, right? Now, I will say this. I mean, with PlayStation and Xbox both, they have those services where there's a bunch of games on demand, basically. You know,
true.
You pay,
That's true.
what is it, $10 to $15 or whatever it is a month.
Yeah. But what if, like lately, I haven't had time to play anything. If I was subscribed to that, I'd be pissed.
Well, yeah,
that comes on my bank account. I'll be like, bitch, I didn't even get a chance to use it this month.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Yep.
If I mosey up to Family Video.
Yeah. Yeah, you could just rent a game or whatever. Or even Redbox, because Redbox has games.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You know, so, yeah. I mean, I know, and there's GameFly. But again, GameFly is you pay the fee per month. It's not hey, you know what? I'm going to go get a game. And just go get a game, you know.
Here's a question for you. Say hypothetically, right?
Uh-huh.
Someone just gave you some money. Do you think opening up a business that was strictly video game rentals would be a thing?
Man, that's
Or do you
tough.
think like GameStop could rent out video games? Am I giving away an idea?
Yeah, no.
Bell. Jesus.
I don't know. I've wondered that though, because you know, like you said, I think a lot of it is probably generational, because like our age, we still remember, we have that fondness of going into the game store or the video store and perusing all the titles and then grabbing 4 or 5 games, you know.
You know how many times it'd be like you walk in, be like, okay, last time I was here, they had 6 copies of this game. You walk in, and then there's just one sitting there, and you're like, yes!
Yeah.
Finally, I can play whatever.
Yeah.
Tekken 5 or whatever.
So you get it home, and it's defective.
Yeah, it's scratched to shit because some idiot decided to, like, use it as a fleshlight.
Yeah. Wow, poor guy. For
Yeah, right?
multiple reasons, because in order to effectively use that as the fleshlight, you need some friction, but
Yeah.
I can't imagine much friction from like the inside of like a DVD. That's going to cut the fuck out of you.
Exactly. Boy, the old tiny diameter /
Right?
pencil cuts.
But it's got to be enough that you're getting a little friction from the thing.
I guess. On the bright side, though, Buzzsaw Dick. He could run around like, look what I got.
Dude, you
or
can
looks
put
like Saturn.
Yeah, or like you know in like Duck Dodgers, like the gun he has, how it's got like the rings around it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just be like, look.
multiples. That'd be cool.
You just paint your junk up like one of those. Yeah, that'd be good times. Play Dick Dodgers with some people. Yeah.
But no one wants long and thin.
No. Yeah, that's
old rapier dick.
The needle. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Anywho, let's
Game of
get
Thrones
off these
reference.
tiny dicks and move on to more important things.
Please.
Right. Yeah, we don't have Tate here of Stump Dick updates.
No, not anymore. R.I.P.
Not anymore. R.I.P.
So, man, I got a bunch of random stuffs here. Did you watch the stuff I sent you the link to or no?
Oh, cunt. No, I didn't.
I didn't really figure you would because of, you know, the time.
Well, yeah, I saw the email. I was like, I need to watch these.
Yeah.
Fast forward it now.
Nope.
Nope.
Whoops-a-daisy. Yeah. All right, well, let me go over these real quick then.
Please.
Are you familiar with the movie Brightburn?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to pull up the IMDb for it, but from my guesstimation of it or whatever, picture the Superman storyline. Alien comes to Earth, you know, grows up to be Superman. Everybody rejoices. Well, pretend it's the opposite. Like, instead of becoming Superman, it becomes the ultimate supervillain.
Right.
With superpowers and all this other kind of stuff. You know, and when I heard the premise for it, I was like, ooh, because that sounds cool to me, you know?
I'm currently pulling it up for our viewers on IMDb as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'm also.
Evil has found its superhero.
Yeah, it says, what if a child from another world crash landed on Earth, but instead of becoming a hero to mankind, he proved to be something far more sinister.
That is an interesting take on a superhero movie.
Yeah. Now, I watched the trailer for this, and for those who may be squeamish, you might want to fast forward a little bit. Not that we're going to show it, but I'll talk about it.
We will. Oh.
No, because it's it's the actual trailer. But there's a scene where it shows this woman in a diner, right? And she looks up at one point because the lights are flickering. She looks up at the fluorescent lights, and it just shatters. And you know, she screams, and then you get a tight shot of her with like this big piece of glass jutting out of her eye. And then
that seems like a problem.
Well, then she decides the right move is to pull this out of her eye. And they show
Is this like a red whatever trailer?
Yeah,
red band or whatever?
Yeah. And it takes her more than just like one pull to get it out. It's not like one quick motion. It's like one pull and then there's still more. So it's a second. Yeah. It's pretty graphic. So I don't know if they're really going for like the horror genre kind of thing or if this is going to be more in the superhero realm. Because, you know, like on IMDb, they have it listed as drama, horror, and sci-fi, which pretty much could be about anything. So,
yeah, I don't know.
But I'm still on board. I really want to see this.
You know what the ad box going back to our video store days look like?
What's that?
It looks like the dude's friend in Akira when he gets out of the facility.
Oh,
he's got
you're
like
right,
the
he
bed
does.
sheet wrapped around him.
You're right. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, because he's kind of like floating and all that, you know?
Yeah.
It was a Canada or something. Canada!
Yeah.
Akira! Something like that.
Man, it was like I was watching the movie again.
I know, right?
Crazy.
Aren't you glad I'm here for you?
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, that if that kind of thing won't bother you, watch the trailer for it.
Right.
But it's kind of cool. Like she runs away, like, cause things, then after that though, the camera angle, like the left side of it has like red on it basically, and it's blurry. So as though you're kind of seeing through her eyes at that point, which I thought was kind of cool. And she's looking all around, and then you see the kid who's the, whatever character he is, the villain guy. He's standing there, and then like she looks around again, and next thing you know, he's a lot closer. So she runs, locks herself in the walk-in, and when she does, he uses his heat vision to basically like he like cuts a hole in the door and then just pulls it back off the hinges essentially. And I think that's about where it cuts. So I was like, holy shit, because it's like picturing Superman, like evil Superman kind of a thing, which has happened in, books before, but.
Yeah, the Elseworlds, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had forgotten about it. I remember hearing about it a while ago, but it comes out this month. It
does look interesting.
24th of this month, actually. So
yeah, it sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably I won't get to see it till it comes out on Netflix or HBO or some bullshit like that. But
right. Well, you never know, Brian. You might just go like, I'm going to take a little sabbatical and go to the theater.
You're right. I might.
You might
call me an Uber and just drive over there.
Right. Exactly.
Just have a nice leisurely drive over. No.
Nice leisurely drive.
Not at all, dude. They're doing all that construction around the mall.
Yeah, that whole area is ridiculous.
It's so terrible. Anyway, no one gives a shit.
I mean, because I wasn't here last week, and I went and saw Endgame.
Yeah, which I think I'm going to see like Monday or Wednesday.
That's terrific. You should definitely watch it. But going to watch it, it was like I bought tickets on my phone. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'm making sure I'm not wanting to walk in and be like, we're sold out. So I got tickets on my phone.
Right.
But with, I was using Fandango.
Right. WWE wrestler, right?
Or no. I'm sorry. No, I wasn't using that. I was using the official Cinemark app for our local theater.
La-di-da, yeah.
But you still got to go through the line to like get your tickets.
Yeah, which I think is stupid.
Yeah, so we got there fairly early. By the time we got to where we could get our tickets, the movie had already been on for like 15 or 20 minutes.
Really?
It was insane. So I asked the lady, I'm like, hey, can I like exchange these for the next show? Because
this is bullshit. Yeah.
And she's like, but she managed to do it for me. So it was great because then, got to go have some food, have a couple beers, then went and watch the show.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because otherwise it's like, hey, I paid for my tickets in advance. I shouldn't have to wait all this time in line.
That's exactly.
There should essentially be a will call.
Yeah.
Because they don't have that, right? Like, there's not a special line for people who've paid ahead,
They
right?
still have the people that tear your ticket in half. They should have scanners.
Oh, my God.
Scanners. Or something.
Welcome to 1995, yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, if you're going to see it, though, enjoy it. It's good.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because my brother keeps talking about it because he's seen it. And he's like, do you still want to go see it? And I was like, yeah, I'd like to. And I said, because, it's getting increasingly difficult to tap dance around Spurlers now.
Yeah, I imagine. If you haven't seen it yet, yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah. Although, like I've said all along, it's like, I don't think there's anything that could really, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think there's really anything that could happen in this movie that is going to be so mind-blowing that I'll be furious that it got spoiled for me.
Well, I mean, hopefully you haven't seen anything from it, because there's a couple things that I was like, didn't see that coming.
Okay.
Or like, whoa.
I've seen a couple of things, because like there's been pops released on characters and different stuff, and like without getting into any more, like there's a pop with the like the Iron Man gauntlet on with the Infinity Stones in it, and there's a new Thor figure that my brother told me not to look at for very long because there's something about it that he said we'll give away something. So
yeah, if you haven't seen it, then don't look at it.
Yeah. So I've done that to the best, because it's like, even though again, I figure that most of it's not going to be shocking stuff, but it's like you still want things to be new to you when you see them,
Yeah, for sure, right?
But I also understand it's been 3 weeks since it came out, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
It's like I know, I understand, anytime I open the internet,
You know
there's
how
a
the
big
internet works.
yeah, there's a big sign that says "Here there be spoilers," you know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, I feel the same. I mean, I hate people if they're Game of Thrones spoilers.
yeah,
Because it's like I'm at work and it's Sunday night, it's like 3 a.m. I'm on break
Oh,
scrolling through like Imager or something, and I'm like, I don't want to see that. I
Yeah.
don't want to see that.
you
'Cause I
got to
don't wanna
stay
know
away
what the
from
hell-
Imager. Yeah,
Sucks, man.
it's one of the sites like if I go on Twitter, I tend to go into rooms, and because there's a couple Twitter rooms I know are safe from spoilers. But other than that,
I'm just
man,
happy for the loyal soldiers out there on Imager that downvote spoilers.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Good on them. Especially at least
on
the
them.
first night. Like at least give everybody a day to see the damn show. Then whatever. It's the internet from that point on. It's the Wild West.
It's the Wild West, exactly.
Yeah. But that first night, it sucks when people do that. That's why. That tweet I wanted to send you, I, made sure I was like, hey, you've seen the episode first, right? Because, it is a bit spoilerish,
Yeah, and I do appreciate that, Brian.
Yeah.
I do.
Which, yeah, I laughed really hard when I saw it. All right, spoilers. If you haven't seen episode 4 of this season of Game of Thrones, fast forward, I don't know, a couple minutes.
Wait, Brian,
What?
we're also going live.
Oh, shit, you're right. Never mind. Forgot it. Forgot about that. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
Even though realistic, most of the diehards have probably seen it by now, but I'm not going to spoil it for you. If you want it, message us at salty_language and I'll forward the picture to you or whatever. So, because I did not retweet it, so it's not on my timeline or Salty Language's timeline or anything, because I've tried my best to not, contribute to the spoilering.
Yeah, Spurler Nation, I'd randomly pop up my All the Beers pod Twitter because, sometimes I just tweet shit in the middle of the night, like beer stories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when I popped it up immediately, and I already had seen it, but someone was like dropping a Endgame spoiler.
Yeah.
And I just immediately unfollowed them. Like, no.
Yeah.
I do not participate in this nonsense.
Yeah. It's like, stop it, damn it.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? Just, what are you... Well, clearly they're an asshole.
Having said all that, you know what I've spent so much stupid time on this season of Game of Thrones is
What's that?
After the episode, I go on and I watch the 20 things you missed from this episode, fan theories from going forward. Like I look at all of that shit. Because I'm sure, like anyone who watches it, we've all got our own, like, I think this is what's going to happen kind of stuff. And,
yeah, for sure.
So I'm curious. It's one of those where I'm looking to see if anyone else also has that thought. There was again, I'm not going to spoil anything, but there was a, something that clicked in my head last night that once I started doing a little research on, realized that it's kind of popped up recently as a theory. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah. And, so that's kind of fun for me to, do that. It's like back when we used to build Magic decks, and every once in a while you'd see a deck like on the Pro Tour or something that's really similar to one you had built, and you're like, huh, like,
yeah,
cool, I was on that, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Oh, man. So, actually, more so than the Brightburn one, the one I was hoping you'd watch was HBO finally dropped a trailer for Watchmen.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet, but I have. I know it exists. Actually, about a week ago, I found out before you emailed me. I saw it on like a news feed thing.
Yeah,
that they're doing a series or whatever.
Yeah, and it looks like it takes place after the book, basically, not after the movie, but the book. Like,
really,
the flood happened. All the stuff from the book happened. This is going forward. Like in the trailer, they show like an older Ozymandias, and there's a whole group of people wearing Rorschach masks. So I'm very curious to see what they do with it. And Don Johnson's in it, so I mean, that screams quality.
I mean, Miami Vice. Who does he play? I mean, I'm on her IMDb.
Oh shit, I don't remember.
Scroll.
Yeah. Nash Bridges.
Louis Gossett Jr. is old man.
Well, that's a good role for him because he's old as fuck.
Don Johnson doesn't have a character named.
Oh, that's interesting.
Is it Don Johnson's Don Johnson?
Oh man, that'd be awesome. Sheriff Don Johnson, because he's like a sheriff or something in the show. You know, it's interesting. Sometimes when they don't have names credited for characters, sometimes there's a reason for it. But I don't know what it would be. Like, I can't imagine who, you know.
Dude, it's got some decent names.
It does. Yeah.
Jeremy Irons is in it too.
Yep. So I mean, you know, like, I'm all in on this anyway. There's no way I'm not watching this, you know.
Well, yeah, because Watchmen.
Hopefully it's good. Yeah, they said, what's his name? Damon Lindelof said that this is in no way a reboot of the movie. It's not a retelling of the books. It's not, you know, blah, blah, blah. He's like, basically, all the stuff in the books happened. We're telling our own story kind of a thing. You know, so basically I think what he's saying is don't expect a bunch of the original characters necessarily. Because, well, spoilers, you know, most of them are dead anyway. So,
well, yeah.
Well, a couple of them at least. So
it'd be cool to almost have like a Watchmen prequel too.
They did that in the comics, and
I remember that.
Yeah, and I when they announced they were doing a Watchmen series, I was curious which way they were going to go. You know, because they said from the beginning it wasn't going to be like a retelling of the graphic novels.
Right.
Although, I mean, you know, you could have got a good couple seasons out of that on its own, but
for sure, definitely.
But you know, kudos to them for that. We've already got that story. You know, even though, like I said, they were like, you know, excuse me, screw the movie. You know, things in their storyline, things happen the way they did in the book. So, you know, they didn't rewrite the ending.
Right.
But yeah, I'm super pumped for this because Watchmen,
yeah.
And I think it's a cool world to play in. Like, there's others that I wish they would get into at some point. Like, how much would you kill for a Transmetro series?
Oh, that'd be so amazing.
Wouldn't that be good? Or could be good, I should say. Oh.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You know, I love Watchmen, but that story's been told. You know, like I'd
like to see a little Spider Jerusalem action.
Oh man, you and God knows how many people. An Authority series would be fucking awesome. Yeah.
Right.
Anyways, or Planetaries. You know, anyway, but enough of that.
Smurfs, rated R.
Fuck yeah. Wait. Yeah. So. You know, if people haven't seen that, definitely have a look-see at it. I haven't done a lot of digging either, but I haven't seen a lot of people like about it yet. So that's
give them time.
Strange, yeah.
Just give them time.
Yeah.
And
then there was a trailer today that dropped that excited a lot of people in their nethers,
which is,
and they finally showed off another trailer for the Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And, you know, it looks crazy good. You know, I don't know. Like, it's not even close to the way I don't know how to describe it, but it doesn't look anything like the original game, essentially. You know, because everything's more like today's games looking.
Right.
So it looks phenomenal as far as the actual graphics and all that kind of stuff. But there's still no release date. All it says is more is coming in June.
I mean, okay, so it comes out, right?
Yeah.
Are you buying it?
I kind of want to, yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I may not buy it right away. Like, I may wait to, you know, till it hits the $40 range before I buy it. Because, like, I mean, I played that game through so many damn times on the PlayStation 2, right? Or was that the first one? Yeah. You know, I played it like crazy. Because it was honestly, it was one of the few games I owned. So, it wasn't a sports game at the time. And, because that was back when, because I remember I got a free copy of it from, was it Pepsi or Mountain Dew? One of the two had a giveaway on their caps. What about you? Would you buy it again?
Yeah, I probably would, just for pure nostalgia, to see, like, kind of like relive it a little bit and see. I mean, I don't remember the like cutscenes and stuff per se.
Right.
I mean, I remember like when was his name Sephiroth or however you pronounce his name, was like going through that village and just fucking everybody up.
Yeah, right.
It was all burning and shit.
I can't wait to see the Knights of the Round
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
at the time, that was crazy cool.
Yeah, it was like a 10-minute spell.
Yeah. Now I'm curious what it is, what it looks like and all that. But yeah, I'm with you. I really wish there was a way to play multiplayer in it. That'd be so fucking awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
If you could do like a party of up to 4 or something like that,
Right.
But I doubt it because the original did not have multiplayer in it,
Yeah, right.
Even couch co-op, it didn't have. It was just a straight
No, it was just, you're just in there flying around your blimp, like
Dude.
making, what are those birds called?
Oh, chocobos?
Yeah, you're like fucking making chocobos bang.
Yeah, and racing them.
Yeah, racing them.
Yeah. Dude, some of the battle scenes where it shows Cloud, swinging that gigantic sword of his is pretty
Giant
awesome.
Buster sword.
Yeah. So I definitely, when I'm watching it, I was sitting there kind of like feeling myself kind of getting excited about it. So like I said, I don't know that I'll buy it right away, but because I imagine it's going to be $60. I can't imagine they would drop it new at 40 or something.
No, of course not. Why would they?
Not when they're putting all this time and work into it. But they announced they were doing this like 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's been forever.
They really need to get this damn thing out. Because if they don't, I mean, we're sitting on potentially a year to 2 years away from the next console.
Right.
So if they don't get it out soon, they might as well just hold off and wait for the next console to launch it.
What a bunch of jerks. Wouldn't that'd be funny if they kind of did that? Like, oh, we're re-engineering it again for the PlayStation 18.
Yeah.
It's coming out in 2030.
Yep. Like, ooh,
it's
finally.
going to be full immersive VR.
Right. And then when it comes out, it's just the janko VR from like our youth with just those fold-up glasses.
Yeah, for sure. It's a Viewmaster with duct tape you just strap it to your head.
Like this, I expected a little fancier than this.
Like what? Where's the VR experience? You hit that handle on the side.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that version's like $300.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, wow, it's like, well, but it's repeating. Be like, oh, you got to put in the next disc, Yeah,
remember when you were a kid, it was a 3-disc thing. Now it's 42 discs.
Right.
What?
At least, yeah. Then there's the downloadable content.
Yeah, the old DLC. You have to mail in. When it comes snail mail.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, Postman beats it up. Doesn't even work.
They've got a bunch of ads on the back of the game book or a box or whatever, that you can cut out, like the Atlas muscle building system and spy camera. And then
I got shredded.
Yeah.
X-ray specs, go to the beach, see some titties.
Yep.
That doesn't work.
The spy camera was awesome. Except that it was.
I imagine if they were real X-ray specs, that uranium 2 inches from your eyeball is probably not a great idea.
That's fine. That's how you get superpowers, yo.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Worked for the Hulk, worked for me.
When you cross puberty and uranium, you get mutants.
Oh, you're right.
Or Hulk.
True.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or Hulk.
Or cancer.
Or somebody's really sad day in the future.
Yeah.
A sad family.
Yeah. Like, like, are you cosplaying Professor X? No.
Oh, I'm just really sick.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man. They got my face.
Oh, boy.
Yikes.
My next cosplay is Dead Man.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Damn, oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Terrible.
Yeah. Good fun.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. You're right. There's something else I had here.
Well, do you know what I did today?
What's that?
Brian. I've reported on this in the past.
Okay.
Today was the last official New Bedford Academy daddy-daughter dance.
Oh, yeah?
Love my daughter. Love her to death.
Right.
She's like, Dad, are you going to be off work? So good. I'm like, yeah, probably will. And I was. So we went. It was Hawaiian theme. Got the bust on my linen pants. Nice.
Oh, you went that way. I figured you'd go grass skirt, but okay.
I thought about it.
Yeah.
But, it was. I knew exactly what was going to happen. As soon as we get there, she's like, bye, Dad. Off of her friends.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Of course. And then it was just like nonsense. pure, unadulterated nonsense. Screaming kids, right? Which I'm fine with. I understand they're kids. You're going to have that.
Yeah, right.
But it's when the dads get involved.
Wait,
there's
what?
this big lummox in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he used to work for a railroad because my ex-father-in-law worked for a railroad, so they know each other.
Yeah.
My ex-father-in-law lost a leg. This guy lost an arm.
That's weird.
Maybe you don't want to be a railroader.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this guy was like playing, like hitting beach balls with his kids, with all the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And he just was like, "Rah, get some. Rah."
Wow. So he was like Joe Swanson out there?
Dude, he was losing his shit.
Wow.
And before he did that, I was just sitting on a bench. I'm like, okay, I'm going to sit by the door. I'm going to get on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put together like an Instagram post for Salty Language. Going to pay some bills.
Yeah.
Just get some shit done.
Look at some
and he sat on
nudes,
the
right.
bench with me. And I thought I was like joining Neil and Annalise and Callie. The whole thing was shaking. It was just like, it was nutty, man.
Right. Your glass of water
It's like,
is
what? Yeah, exactly. There's ripples. T-Rex is coming.
right.
He had one long arm, one no arm.
That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah,
So what happens when you put uranium near T-Rexes?
exactly.
One long
You
arm,
turn
one
that
short
guy.
arm. Yeah. Yep.
But then and then the clouds parted. Oh wait. Plus, I eventually had to go outside because this guy was yelling. All the kids are yelling. They got the music in the corner. Like the one of the teachers is a DJ and the music is
Of
cranked.
course.
And
Oh
all
my
the kids
God.
are outside. There's no one
wait,
inside
wait.
but like 3 little kids and all the dads.
Hold on a second, because I got to ask a question here.
Yes,
Did
sir.
the teacher / DJ have a DJ name?
If they did, they never said it, but they should have. It should have been
damn
like DJ Douche Nozzle or something like that.
I was waiting for some like teacher / learning, pun or something.
Like,
I don't know.
yeah, I got nothing. Like, I got yo. I'm scritching and scratching on the multiplication tables.
Yes, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Oh my God, I bet they do it in the class though.
Probably.
Oh.
It's be like, yeah, kids out there. Professor teachers in the house.
Yep.
You'd be like, what?
What? Why are you trying to act so cool? Like,
What happened?
it is not
You're
working.
still teaching. Yeah. But so I go outside though, because I had to get out of there. Because like screaming one-armed guy, the loud music, the couple kids that were still, it was like, this is too much for me.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I saw, which if, R.I.P., rest in peace there, Steve Irwin, if he was alive,
Yeah.
would have been like, crikey, here comes a perfect white trash specimen. Dude, this guy, he had on, because it was a Hawaiian theme, like I said, so he had on like a teal and pink tank top.
Wow. All right.
But he bought it probably 15 years ago. It was pretty haggard.
Nice.
Blue cargo shorts.
Okay.
The guy clearly didn't miss a meal.
Right.
Like, food is his friend,
Sure.
right?
Gotta stay fueled, man.
That got his Nike sports sandals on.
Sure.
Black socks pulled up to the knees.
Perfect.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
American flag hat. It was like green camouflage, but the American flag was all blacked out.
Oh,
like
yeah, I've
he's
seen
doing
him.
like he's spec ops or some shit.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yeah.
But then the winning the touch. The touch that made him like the albino gorilla of the white trash world.
Yeah.
This dude, he had this tattoo on his bicep.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I looked at him, I'm like, is that an angry bear? Like, I was trying to figure it out because he kept moving, and I finally got to go look at it. It was an angry bear. It was Winnie the Pooh with like fangs bared.
Oh my God.
It was the worst fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
It was so. Remember we used to watch movies that were so bad they were good.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It was hit. That was that tattoo.
Oh yeah.
It was so terrible. It
that's-
became amazing.
That right there is got to be a hero of the month. I mean, at least a candidate.
Yeah, exactly. Like cue up, I'm the hero, whatever that song that is. I don't even know.
Or you could do a callback to the Hero of the Day comments we were making earlier.
Oh yeah, a little Metallica action.
Yeah. Let's go that way instead.
Yeah, I don't even know who sings that first song I said.
Oh, it's that one guy.
That guy?
It's
Is it?
No, yeah, it's him and the dude from, was it Saliva, I think it is? They like duet that song
Why?
because Spider-Man needed that. I don't know.
Bro, here's what we got. What if? Okay, I'm going photograph.
Okay.
What if we get all in old timey garb and we remake the video and it's like, look at that photograph.
But we're laughing
That's
at
all
it
we got.
because it's a newfangled gimmick.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll never last.
That'll never last. Look at that telegraph. You can do anything with graph in it.
You're right. You could.
I don't even know if I'm sitting the lyrics are right because I don't care.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just keep it blocked out of my head, but
Yeah.
you're doing your best.
I just made a pie graph.
Listen, I mean,
I just watched Steffi Graph.
that's when Andre Agassi puts his wig back on and sings to her.
Exactly. All right. You know what, Brian?
What's that?
I'm starting to feel a little drunk, I think.
Nah, you're fine.
Feels good, man.
Nah, you're all right.
I think I've whacked on a few high octane beers, my friend.
That's a good time.
It is a good time. All right, all right. I had to talk about White Trash Expo.
Oh no, please! I'm glad you did.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know-
sorry, I cut you off.
No,
What were
no.
you saying?
You know, I always want a good hero story. So
Oh man, that dude was the best.
always.
Yeah, I'm just so glad that I got out of there. Got away from get some with his one arm. Yeah, get a prosthetic, you weirdo.
Yeah. No, because
Yeah, get a hook arm.
then he'll probably be like swinging that thing around, clubbing people
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
true. All willy nilly.
Yeah. Things will get nutty in there. A little too
Yeah.
nutty. Oh, shit. Have you seen, probably not, like Adam Sandler hosted Saturday Night Live this past weekend, I guess.
Still doing stuff.
Yeah.
All right. No, I did not see.
It's the first time he's hosted the show.
Really?
Yeah, because I think when he left, there was like some bad blood or something with him and Lorne Michaels or whatever.
Knife fight.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Lorne Michaels is known for that, so I don't remember.
true.
Like, there was some story behind it, but I can't remember. Anyway, but he did a tribute to Chris Farley.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a 4.5 minute song, but it was pretty good. It's a really nice tribute to Chris Farley, and they show some clips of Farley and stuff through the years, on the screen next to him. It was pretty nice, and he gets choked up a couple of times, while he's singing it and stuff. So
I was trying to pull up a sick ass news story, but it's no good.
No?
Here you go. Almost broke down crying. Is SNL Chris Farley tribute? We'll pull that for people
Yeah.
to fight.
yeah,
Adam Sandler had to fight crying like an idiot. Stupid quotes.
yeah. I'm sure that
No,
was
I didn't
not
realize
an
he was
easy
hosting.
thing
That's
for
pretty
him
cool.
to do. Yeah, because I know
Dude, Farley died in 97.
Yeah.
That long?
right?
Holy shit.
Yep.
That's crazy.
R.I.P. Chris Farley, man.
R.I.P. Chris Farley.
No,
Guy was a legend.
gone too soon. Yep.
All right.
Yep. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up for if anybody hasn't seen that. Like I said, I thought it was a really nice touch. And Sandler kind of, it kind of felt like him back at his roots, like when he used to do the Opera Man, or when he would just get up and do like the song spoofs and whatever on Weekend Update,
You know what bit I guarantee they didn't do?
What's that?
Well, one, they'd have to get Alec Baldwin in.
Okay.
But I guarantee they didn't do Canteen Boy.
Oh, no, they did not mention. I don't remember him mentioning Canteen Boy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the one
you
they
mean
wanna
like
sweep
Sandler?
away.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't watch the episode. I am curious if he reprised any of his old shit. Because
Right.
there's got to be, like, I can't imagine you'd have him back on and not have him do an Opera Man.
Yeah, you got to do Opera Man.
And
I mean, if it's too bad they couldn't, once again, like resurrect Chris Farley or something, do another like Schlitz gay commercial.
yeah. Or the Gap Girls with him and Spade and Farley. Yeah. Still, I think that is maybe, well, no, I was going to say my second favorite Farley thing, but it's probably a little lower than that. My first favorite, for anyone who doesn't know, is pretty obvious because it's, it's the Chippendales one with Patrick Swayze. That will
I
never.
thought it was. I thought it'd be a motivational speaker.
No, actually, he's down the list a little bit. The second one is the like Folgers commercial where they switch it, and he just goes ballistic.
You son of a bitch! You lied to me.
That one still kills me. They actually reference it.
With trains
Yeah.
and shit.
They reference it in the song, and I just started laughing because I just immediately played it back. I
Oh,
love
that is such a good. That's
Yeah.
such a good bit.
I love Matt Foley 100%. You know, that was a
Oh, yeah,
great,
for sure.
great character and stuff. But no, it was the other. And
Yeah,
obviously,
I mean,
him in Lunch Lady Land was fantastic too. You know.
Well, yeah, for sure. All right, I'm getting crazy.
Yeah. So, like I said, you know, if you're a fan of Farley, go. It's like I said, if nothing else, it's a nice little trip down, you know, memory lane with his stuff. It's like every once in a while you'll have something remind you of like him or Phil Hartman, and you're like, I know they're funny. Like there's that never goes out of your head, but then some of the stuff comes back. You're like, oh my god, I forgot how funny they are. You know,
Right, exactly.
but also from us listening to Jay Moore's podcast forever ago when he would tell
some of the
Farley
stories.
stories. Oh my god, some of them are so funny. So,
I'll have to because I see they have a YouTube video of this news story pulled up as a video of Sandler doing the Farley song,
yeah,
and you know, hero of my birthday, Mike.
he was something, all
loves
right.
Farley. I'll have to make sure he sees this.
Yeah, yeah, I loved it. It's
which apparently I have to get a hat back to him.
Did you steal his hat?
No, he left it. He left his hat at Diana's house because he stayed there for the night.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was actually up bright and early that next day. I got a text from him at like 9 in the morning, him in an Uber going home.
Well, he kept saying that when we were at Black Cloister. He kept telling them when they were like, yeah, you can stay at our place. And he's like, I'll be gone bright and early. Because I kept joking that he was going to like clean them out.
I wish I could remember
And
that.
he's like, no. And I'm like, I know, dude. I'm like, I'm just busting your balls, you know? Like So, and because that's when Zach was like, you know, he's like, no, stay. I got like a shit ton of eggs we need to get through. I was like, eggs. And T's like, mind if we stay too, you know?
Yeah, man, put some hurting under Brett. We should all went. That would have
dude,
been funny.
we would have crushed some breakfast for sure.
Right?
They haven't seen this.
That'll learn them.
Yeah, I was going to say they haven't seen our squadron hit a breakfast before.
Yeah, exactly. Egg apocalypse.
Yeah. Oh man, you know. So I'm going to take it down a notch. No, it's funny. Last week when Heno and I did the show, like the first half of the show is basically more like Crazy Life than it is Salty Language, but
Fair enough.
it was just the topics we happened to be talking about. But this week there was something that, man, this just chapped my ass so much. Was that where was it? I got to pull up the story. In Rhode Island, there's the school district there said they're going to stop serving hot lunches to students who owe like money for their lunches. Like they're basically
That seems insane to me.
yeah, they're basically going to give them like a cold bologna sandwich, basically.
Wait, where was this at again? I'm sorry.
Rhode Island.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to pull up this so I can get the events correct on it. But I'm so fucking tired of this shit, man. It's like kids already don't get a good lunch at a lot of these schools, let alone like, oh, now we're just going to give you a shitty sandwich, you know?
Oh shit, dude! I got a salty update for you.
From this?
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
awesome.
I was pulling it up so our
right.
our lovely listeners, our lovely viewers could watch.
Yeah.
After backlash, Rhode Island School District rolls back lunch shaming policy
Fuck yeah, good.
because apparently people in their district did fundraising for thousands of dollars because it was basically like a $50,000 donation by Chobani. Because basically, I think everyone has the same reaction you do. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Well, first of all, good on Chobani for doing that. You know,
right?
It's like I like when companies
Shout out Chobani,
Right?
Key lime yogurt. It's delicious.
like I don't care if companies are doing it just for the tax write-off / publicity. Fuck it, they're still doing something good here.
Right.
Because I don't know if you ever went through this or not, but it's like I went through a period of time where I was on like the free lunch program.
I did the free lunches.
I was also on
Square pizza for life.
oh, for sure, dude. But I also there were a few times where like my dad would forget to give me lunch money. and I'd get to school and be like, oh man, like you're in line, you get all the way up to the register and you're like, shit,
You son of a bitch.
And almost every time, because it did help. The one lunch lady there knew my mom, so she knew we were good for it, kind of a thing. But
right.
But even one day I got up there and I didn't have money, and it was a different woman there, and she was kind of like, well, I can't, and the principal came over and paid for my lunch, and I took him the money the next day, but it was still the idea that, shout out Mr. French, he was the fucking shit. And
what's the shit?
It's so humiliating as a kid. Because
do you want to know a real quick fun fact?
What's that?
That I used to work with his wife.
Oh, really?
She was in the old mom squad at the
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Funny. I didn't know that.
I know. She was actually my kindergarten teacher.
She was?
How fucked up is that?
I did not know that. I don't know how I don't remember that. Yeah. I'm sure you probably knew.
And then I would talk to her later in life, and I was like, you were a teacher. You're like really stupid.
Fair enough.
Hopefully they don't listen to the Salty Language program.
That's so funny. Well, the problem that I had with this originally is, first of all, it pisses me off whenever like schools won't let a kid eat because they don't have the money for it or whatever. It's like, fucking eat.
Yeah.
Like, somebody can absorb this somewhere. Someone will pay for this. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
God damn it, there should be no hungry kids anywhere.
Exactly. And again, there's so many kids that is the only thing they eat every day is their school lunch. So It's really important to make sure.
Danny Brown references that in a song.
Yes. It's, so it's super important for kids to get this. And what they were going to offer was, instead of like whatever they were serving that's the hot lunch, they were going to give kids either a sunflower seed butter and jelly sandwich. Oh yeah, sorry, that's what they were going to give them. I'm sure, and I think there was something else, like a side or something like that. But that was basically it. And yes, that's whatever, but it's not enough.
Well, here's what's shitty about that, right?
Yeah,
is you got like Martha over here. She's got her fucking hoagie on her side of mixed veg.
Yeah.
Right? And then you're over here and you got Philip. Sorry, Phil.
Nah, he seems like a sunflower seed and butter and jelly.
Yeah. He's over there eating his sunflower jelly sandwich, crust and all, because he's hungry.
Right, yeah.
And Martha looks at Philip and she's like, that dude's got free lunches.
Yep, exactly. Dude, I hated that so much when I was on those free lunches too, because I don't know if they did the same thing. Well, you were only a year behind me, so I'm sure. Like, do you remember? I think they gave you like a coin or something like that, or there was something that they gave us to show that basically said, "I'm on free lunch."
I think they stitched a yellow star on your sleeve.
Yeah, it was something, dude. But it was to the point though that anyone standing around would go, "Ha ha, poor kid."
Yeah, basically. Yeah, you might as well put a flag in your ass or something, marched around.
Wow, that's a bit of a jump.
Yeah, just a big flag, just as poor.
Yeah, and it can only be worn in one's ass.
Yeah, exactly. It's understandable. It's anal fit.
Is it personalized, or is it like a one size fits all kind of thing?
Yeah, it's like when you go to the dentist and they put that plaster mold.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Same idea, just in your ass.
We're going to need you to come down to the office for a flag fitting. Fuck. Ha ha, poor kid.
Flag fitting.
Jesus.
There's that one rich kid who goes, I wish I could get a flag fitting.
Yeah, probably. But
you and your silky socks, get out of here.
You don't wear silk socks?
Actually,
I hated, that feeling because I got picked on because kids knew that you were on free lunch. And like you said, that's it. It might, like you said, really, you might as well have a flag in your ass that says poor, because that's who's opting for the, sunflower seed butter and jelly sandwich. Now, granted, there's probably some people who'd be like, ooh, that sounds delicious. It won't be.
I've never had sunflower seed butter. It sounds tasty.
I'll tell you this. There's no way it's delicious, because it's going to be like the worst jelly. And although the sunflower seed thing actually surprised me, at least I'll give them credit for that it's not peanut butter and jelly,
True.
At least they're not trying to kill children also.
but that's probably why.
I mean, it would save them money, but
yeah, in the long run.
But I saw, was it like in the last year, I saw there was some school district that was still doing a thing to where the kids had, I think it was, I can't remember what it was. It was basically a certain color card or something like that. Like, picture if you had two different color IDs. Basically, this one's the normal ID. This one also gets free lunch concept. It was something like that. And I was like, they're so close. All you have to do is give everyone the same card, right? That's it. It never even has to look like anything else because a lot of kids are probably got some card they use, too. Or you make parents go, hey, if you're going to give kids lunch money, you have to like preload these cards or some bullshit,
Right.
And then nobody's got to know. It was kind of like growing up when we were on food stamps. You go into the store and you're actually like peeling out the food stamps from the damn book. Meanwhile, you got people standing around you judging you. And it's not like my paranoia. It's like you can see the people just looking down at you.
Right.
In the way you're treated. And then once they came out with the card that they have now, that it's like a debit card. And for a while, it's still
you're good to go.
It sucked for at first a little bit because there would only be like one or two machines that could take them. Now I think pretty much every checkout takes them just about. So now you can just go through as normal. You put your card in there. They go, here you go. Have a nice day. Same as they do for anybody else.
I went through that stuff when we had Logan.
Yeah.
Because we were like, one year we were dirt ass poor.
Uh-huh.
Like, I think Jeannie was in school. I was working at maybe the video store.
Yeah.
I want to say that year we pulled in like $20,000.
That's a lot. Yeah.
It was, and we had, I don't remember what it's called. It wasn't food stamps. It was basically like when you're a new mom and you're poor.
Oh, WIC.
You get this. Yeah, we had WIC. Mm-hmm. And she didn't, Jeannie was like, I don't want to, because she didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
She didn't want to use it. She didn't want to be judged. And I was like, we have to.
Yeah.
We need the format. We need the peanut butter they give you.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was that same thing. We had like a little book of coupons, basically.
Yeah.
And it was brutal.
Yeah, you feel like just dirt when you're doing it.
Yeah.
And like I said, a lot of it, you put enough of that on yourself because, we all have a tendency probably to see ourselves as like, I don't want to say failures, but failures to some extent. I don't have I can't do enough kind of a thing. But then you've got other people literally looking at you and looking down because as soon as they see you peel that book out, they look at what's on the conveyor belt, and then they look back. Because if there is one thing that is anything that's basically not fruits and vegetables and meat, you start getting side-eye.
Yeah. Mine was all, diapers and malt liquor.
Sure. Yeah, well, of course, because when you drink malt liquor, you shit yourself.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, diapers totally for me.
Oh, yeah, not for the kid.
Yeah, they're so small, they might as well just be boxer liners.
Right.
But whatever.
Fair enough.
Fine.
What's interesting about this whole thing, though, one thing that I saw here from Slate, it said that apparently there was a restaurant owner that said she tried donating $4,000 to help pay off the debts for the students who owed money, and the district turned her down.
That's just stupid.
Yeah, so their answer, instead of taking money from somebody who's willing to help out, was to say, fuck you to these poor kids.
What I do know from watching, I can't remember if it was a documentary, if it was that silly Jamie Oliver show.
Yeah.
Is like, if you go like, hey, we're going to have Cisco or whatever massive food company bring food in for our schools.
Yeah.
It's actually more expensive than if you bring in fresh stuff and have the cafeteria staff make food.
Yeah. Yep.
And obviously the stuff that's pre-packaged and processed is way worse for those kids.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, my kids are public schools, and they usually take their own food, or they don't eat lunch. They come home and eat.
Yeah.
So, but I always feel bad when they're like, "Oh, I had to get food to school today, Dad." And it's like, oh God, what sort of garbage did you put in your body?
Well, see, that's what I was saying from the beginning. It's like it's bad enough that the food is a lot of times not the nutritional level that it should be. Whereas if that stuff was fresh made, the nutritional level would be theoretically much higher.
I would sure hope so.
One of the, like, as I'm scrolling on Twitter here is where I found this originally. One of the things here said that apparently there's talk that their Rhode Island state law may change to make hot lunches free for all students.
It should be.
Yeah. That, again,
I mean,
see, that
just
solves
feed
the problem.
goddamn kids.
Right? Then you don't have to worry
Who
about
gives a shit?
Yeah. Nobody gets picked on for being poor, at least for that part of the day. You know? Like,
I'm all for,
well, maybe.
like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I hate paying taxes.
Yeah. Everyone does.
But
right?
if someone's like, hey, we're going to put this levy up that you're going to pay like two more cents on the whatever, I don't even know. You're going to pay more money.
Right.
But the kids are going to eat better food, and it's on you. It's not on them.
Yeah.
What? Fine.
Okay.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Feed the kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Or,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, exactly. But no, they want to leave those revenue streams open to use for other things instead.
Yeah, exactly. Like ass fittings.
Yeah, I mean, that's not cheap, dude. How many
Not
ass
cheap.
fitters, like specialists that are ass fitters, do you know that are out there?
It's true. It's a very hard union to get into.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
Ass fitters.
Yeah.
Ass fitters local 502.
They're very selective.
Very selective.
You have to be very good at math, Tony, and no calculators.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. No
yeah,
calculators.
No calculators. Just that's
no
right
calculators.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, enough of that. It's weird, you know, it's like every once in a while there's like a soapbox kind of thing. And it, you know, which I try not to, you know, we both do. We try not to be like political on here. And this is political, but it's not political. This is like, no, we want the kids to get what, you know, to be taken care of.
What they need?
Yeah, what they need, exactly.
Like food?
Yeah.
Because like you said, I mean, there's a lot of kids that's their food.
Yeah.
They go to school and they eat, and that's about it.
I mean, I was fortunate enough that it wasn't the only meal that I ate, but it's like, this is so true that to the point that you've got these programs that during the summer, kids can come to the school and they'll give them like a sack of, you know, food for like a lunch or whatever. Or there's some where they give kids stuff to take home for the weekend. That way they have something to eat over the weekend, and it's sad.
I've noticed,
you know,
like because Leah gets a lot of headaches and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So every time we go to the doctor, I've noticed that one of the questions they ask every time is like, "Hey, are you able to buy groceries?"
Yep.
You know, and I'm assuming if you say no, they must set you up somehow in some way.
Yeah, because like my, you know, like for anyone who doesn't know, like right now I'm on. You know, I have state insurance. I don't get any financial assistance or anything like that from the state. But every time I'm at the doctor's office, I don't know if they still do or if they moved it, but they used to have like once a week like food bank kind of thing there. And I don't need it. Like I said, I'm fortunate enough that, you know, the amount of food here isn't more than enough for us. We don't. So I refuse to take that because it's not what I need. I need the insurance, but I don't need.
Insurance good.
Right. Well, not to mention, I mean, my social worker filed for food stamps for me when I first did this, and I was approved for like $12 a month. And I was
Sick.
like, you can keep $12 a month. And I'm not saying if it had been $100, I would have taken it, but it was more of just like at $12. First of all, it's not worth the effort, but it's also leave that money for other people. You know,
Like, can you knock it up to like 18? Because then I could get a really good 4-pack of beer.
Right. Or a really good steak, at least.
That's true.
I get a small sirloin or a strip, or T-bone. God,
It depends. Depends, Brian.
Yeah.
I went up to Ann Arbor, hit some grocery stores because I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
And you can get like grass-fed ribeyes up there were like $26 a pound. It was lunacy.
Yikes. Okay, well, I could probably get half of a good steak then.
Yeah. Bro, you know what I'm actually, because Michelle's into it, what I've been thinking about getting into?
What's that?
CBD oil.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I've been wondering about it myself. I've, heard and read some things.
Like she says really dials down her anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which, I mean, that's cool and stuff. I like that. But I'm like, awesome. I have problems sleeping sometimes.
Yeah.
And aches and pains.
Yeah.
And we actually have in Toledo here, it's called the Toledo Hemp Center. I'm thinking about taking a drive over there.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, hey, here's what I got. What do you got? Because obviously medical marijuana is not legal in Ohio. It's just a CBD.
Yeah.
But I mean, she seems to be a big fan of it because she bought some when we went up to Ann Arbor.
I thought medical was allowed, but not recreational.
Well, I mean, okay, I'm sorry, you're right. Medical is in Ohio, but I don't have a card. Or
Okay,
anything. Like
okay.
I'm not looking.
Well,
for
you're
THC.
also-
I just want the healing power. I don't want to get the
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to Jesus or anything.
I mean, depends on if he's a nice guy,
That's true.
And,
Because man, I'm getting up there. 4 decades of age.
I know.
Feeling a little achy sometimes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just, my brain's everywhere. It's probably because I've been whacking down beers.
Nah, it's fine. No, I was actually having this actual thought the other day. I don't remember what it was. I was watching and somebody was talking about it, like basically similar to what you had said. She said, about about anxiety and stuff, and that's my anxiety is. I honestly, I've said it on the Crazy Life and stuff too. It's like I think I'm beyond anxiety. I think I have anxiety, but I honestly think it's more out and out fear than it is anxiety. So I think it's like for me, it starts as anxiety, becomes fear, and then I get anxiety also added on top of it. It's basically a sandwich.
A sandwich.
A sandwich.
His levels are over 9,000.
So, yeah. That's...
But yeah, she says it's been really working for her. It's only been a couple weeks, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because it so happened that the grocery store we were at that had the crazy expensive steaks, which I've actually bought some steaks from there before, and they're delicious.
I would hope so. Man.
They're like, the lady we're talking to, she's like, oh, you should download the app because this week we're having a special on apothecary stuff, and it counts this. So it was like 25% off, and it was crazy.
The fact that they call it apothecary stuff makes me...
Dude, it's Ann Arbor.
Laugh. I know. It's like, what are we playing, Fable here?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm going to head over to the potion maker.
Dude, I wake up every day and I'm hurting. I'm aching.
Yeah.
And I've heard it's really good for that, too. Yep. So
that's
I've been
what
thinking
I've
about
read,
dipping
too.
my toes into the old CBD pond.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm not against it.
If I do, I'll let you know how I feel.
Yeah. It's one of those that's like, whatever works for you. I'm not against people doing stuff if they get some benefit out of it, as long as it's nothing, I used heroin and it keeps the pain away. It's like,
I get so many benefits out of meth, man.
Like, dude,
I get so much done.
And I don't have to go to the dentist anymore.
Because my teeth all fell out. Suck a mean dick. I got so much done. Whoa. Easy, meth head over there.
I can just do it at 10 now.
Do it at time. Double barrel blowjob.
The teeth ain't in the way. Fuck.
I'm ski poling.
Oh my. Wow. All right.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Yeah, I got a little something for you.
Do you?
If you're interested.
Oh, I do. Yeah, let's hear it.
I think you might enjoy this. Because, I'm going to give you a quick quiz.
Okay.
Who do you not want to fuck with?
I mean, the consensus would be Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Mm-hmm.
So New York City officially gets its own Wu-Tang Clan district.
Nice.
So New York City officially named the streets of Park Hill, the Staten Island neighborhood. Some members of the Wu-Tang Clan I can't read. The Wu-Tang Clan hail from as the Wu-Tang Clan district. Mm-hmm. How great is that?
That's pretty awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
I'll tell you what I can't wait for is 20 years in the future when somebody's dropping their first, whatever it's called at the time, album, and they start referencing how they're from the Wu.
Yeah, right. I hail from our wrestlers hailing from the Wu-Tang Clan district.
I love it.
Yeah, I thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Oh boy.
What's going on?
Yeah, I thought that was terrific when I heard there was having a Wu-Tang Clan district.
Yeah.
Which we really need to get a friend of the show, Prado, got back on the show.
Yeah.
Get some insight from him.
S.I. Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, Staten Island Jesus himself.
Yep.
Not so much anymore.
No.
Staten Island Daddy.
Yeah. Yeah, he about that life now.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't blame them.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, because you get to keep it in.
I mean, theoretically, yeah. You hope anyway, right?
Exactly. Yeah, really. That'd be weird if you didn't.
Yeah, that'd be very strange.
Do you remember, Brian?
Oh boy.
Sorry, I'm all over the board.
No, I'm just curious where this segue goes.
Because I said you could get to keep it in, and you're like, well, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you remember, Brian, one of my favorite insults ever from our old boss, good old Perry at the comic shop? Sometimes it runs through my head when I think of people. It's the old, you weren't born. The old, your dad jerked off on a rock and you were hatched.
Yeah.
I don't know why that makes me laugh.
I don't know, but it always made me laugh too.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Enough of that. Do you got anything else, Brian?
I do, actually. I have like two things.
Let's
quick.
do it. Let's do it.
All right. So first one was like we were tagged about this on the Facebooks by our friend Dan. And apparently Natty Light is looking for interns to get paid to drink beer.
Really?
Yeah. It says they're looking for a natty intern this summer to literally get paid to drink beer.
I mean, I'm not a big Natty fan, but I would.
Well,
I just saw they have an official website for rules. Hold on. Boom. All right, pulling it up.
I was going to say the guy who's in charge of shit. I forgot. I missed his name. Oh, the website says that they're all you have to be is a well-rounded, fun-loving human being who knows how to get things done. Says you should also be familiar with social media and have basic computer and social media skills. Just be cool, the website says, and also 21.
Naturally.
Mm-hmm. Leon says some of the intern's responsibilities will include attending sporting events and traveling to cool places. It's an 8-week paid internship.
So basically, they're just looking for somebody to just be like a woo person for Natty.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deadline on it is April 19th. Or May 19th, I'm sorry. May 19th.
You fucked.
Yeah, May 19th. So Tony and I can still get our applications in. And, you know, pick dick pics.
Dick pics.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I wonder...
Cheddar wrap dick pics.
I wonder... I wonder how many times you have to say the word Natterday for them, though.
Natterday. I'm going to try one of those sometime. We left the old tin can too early.
Okay.
Last time we were there.
We need to find out if we can just get a singles of that somewhere.
The tin can?
Well, I mean, so we can do like an All the Beers Pod Natterday edition.
We can go straight live on YouTube with it.
Okay, I'm in.
All right.
We're gonna hate that beer probably, but
probably. I'm gonna see if they have a Natterday merch because I'm clicking on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just leads you to other websites. That's dumb.
Weak.
All right.
So speaking of beer stuffs, I saw your All the Beers post today that Sam Adams and Dogfish Head are merging.
Yeah, they merged. How crazy is that?
Yeah. That's
I mean, I enjoy both breweries, but
right.
Dev and I were kind of talking a little bit on Instagram, too.
Yeah.
I have a hard time classifying Boston Beer Company as a microbrew still.
Yeah, even though by definitions they are.
By definition they are.
Yeah.
But I have a hard time with it.
Yeah.
And it's like, now you got, Boston Beer, East Side, Dogfish Head, West Side. They're both massive, and now they merged.
Yeah.
It's like a $300 million deal.
Yeah, that was the part that blew me away. Like, I know Sam Adams is worth some big money, but I didn't realize Dogfish Head was worth as much as they're worth. Like, I knew they've been successful, but I didn't realize how successful.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've actually, the Dogfish Head guy, whose name eludes me.
Mm. We'll call him Bob Dogfish Head.
Yeah, well, exactly. Steve Dogfish Head. Is that what you said?
Yeah, no, I said Bob, but we'll go with Steve.
Oh, Bob. All right, Bob Dogfish Head.
Yeah.
He's actually had a YouTube series on, I think, Munchies, maybe.
Oh, really?
Where he would just go and drink beer or make beer with, like, celebrities. And it was actually kind of entertaining.
All right.
And I didn't like this guy was a complete like loser in college and basically a dropout. But he liked making beer, and look at him now.
That's pretty awesome for him. Yeah,
I know it's like good for him.
Yeah,
you know? But yeah, that kind of like I think I'm going to actually Spurler for next week. I think I'm going to do all the beers where I do their 2 top beers, which is of course the Boston Lager, Sam Adams. And Dogfish Head is the 60-minute IPA.
Right.
Because according to Untappd, at least, those are 2 top trending beers.
That would have been my guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to do a dual.
So you're going to pour them into one and then drink it to see if their collaboration is.
Oh, God, no. I'm going to just review them both.
Oh, all right. I thought you were going to do the merger and then see if it was a good idea or not.
I mean, that's not a bad idea to do at the end to do a merger and see how it goes.
Oh, it's going to be so bad. Yeah. Each beer is fine. Like,
wild, though.
Yeah. I'm with you, though. It is tough when you start looking at, like, because honestly, a few years ago when Sam Adams or Boston, whatever the company's called,
Boston Beer Company.
Boston Beer Company, thank you. When they were like, we're blah, 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 microbrew. And I'm like, they're microbrew? And I looked and I was like, oh, okay. By government definition, they are microbrew. Okay, but it's like, you don't feel like microbrew,
Well, it's like, because so I was talking to Dev. I had to look it up. You know what else is Boston Beer Company's second biggest microbrew company? You want to know who's number 1?
Yingling.
Yep.
Which
seems crazy to me.
That was another one.
That feels like a standard issue beer, but
it does.
Not.
Yep.
It's technically a craft beer.
Yep. It blew my mind when both of them actually, because it wasn't long after that I actually found out about Yingling too, that they're classified as. I was reading some article and it was showing like the top microbrew companies, and when I saw Yingling, I was like, huh. Because like, how are they microbrew? But yeah.
Yeah, it seems weird.
Boston Beer Company actually seems weirder to me because I know plenty of people I've talked to online where they don't get Yingling. But
yeah, because it's not widely distributed still. It's kind of like Florida, it's Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
It originated out of Pennsylvania.
It's in Ohio, but not Michigan. Well, at least last I knew of. I don't know if it's up here yet.
Yeah,
but,
it's not.
Okay.
Last I checked, it still isn't in Michigan,
which is nuts because its home is Pennsylvania. It's so weird how a beer gets to Florida but not here.
Although I will say this is weird, and I know the theory behind it, or whatever, the science behind it, but like the Yingling we get here does taste different than the Florida Yingling.
Oh, it definitely does. I've had both.
Yeah. Say up here to use corn, down there to use wheat and stuff.
Yeah, it has a much different taste down there.
It's a much different flavor, which is bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, huh? All right. Well, there you go, kids. There's a little look into all the beers pod.
Yeah, right. That's something I was planning on doing that coming up.
Yeah, I figured so. I just wanted to bring it up on here because just you and I to talk about it,
Yeah, it's just
interesting.
I mean, obviously, beer's big business now.
Oh, totally.
Speaking of beer, Brian, we need to get to that one that's right up the road from you.
Yeah, you're right. We do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That needs to happen soon.
Yeah, we should do that real soon.
Yeah. All right. So, really quick
maybe next week. I'm off a couple days in a row.
All right. Yeah, that works. Because we're slightly over 2 hours here. But
oh, geez. All right. We should wrap this shit up.
But I got something that I stumbled across today that I kind of think might become a regular-ish segment on here.
Really?
Yeah. I forgot what I was looking at. It's a newsletter that I had signed up for recently. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Anyway, they had some things that said that they were like shower thoughts. Which are like those rando questions that pop in your head in the shower a lot of times.
That's actually a fun subreddit.
That's actually where I'm going with this. Is because they had the link at the bottom, and that's where the ones they posted came from were from r/shower thoughts. And so I was like, I'm going to read a couple of these, and then we'll be on our merry way, kind of a thing. Because like one of them I saw was a good one that was a plastic T-Rex toy may actually contain parts of a real T-Rex.
I mean, that's accurate.
Right? So, like, I just love these kind of little things. This one here I loved, which was Dad jokes are where a man's creative energies go when it is no longer appropriate to use pickup lines. This one I think I've heard before, but it's if you donate 1 kidney, you're someone's hero. If you donate 5, you're a suspect.
Right.
This one was interesting. I actually had to click on it because I was looking at less than 100% of people who have died are dead. Because there's less than 100% of people who have died are dead. Think about it this way. What's his name?
Because they die and come back.
Yep, exactly. Because when I first read it, sense. I'm like, Fuzza, who?
You said that the first time. I did the same thing. I was like, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. I was like, huh, because yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
It's a good one. It's all right.
It's a good.
It's okay.
Hey, it's all right, lassie.
Old people who struggle using computers are probably hindering the growth of AI that learns from users.
That's pretty funny. That's when eventually the laptop would just shoot a needle out through their neck or something.
Right. You can answer a door, but you can't question a door.
I have questioned doors. Why won't you open?
I've heard you question doors.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That one's false.
Yeah. Dang it. There's 1 or 2 other ones. Well, this one here was the crowds at ancient Aztec human sacrifices must have had a few cynics nudging each other going, this is all fucking crazy, right? Which
I mean, that's accurate.
Yeah.
You can't deny that.
Yeah, it is amazing that happened to where people just sat around and watched animals or just men tear each other apart. Just literally tear each other apart,
What else are you going to do, though? Go fuck behind the fern again?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could do both.
That's true.
Depends
on the size of the fern.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you got to make sure you can see over it so you can still see what's going on.
You got to get a little machete and clear it out a little bit.
Yep. All right, so I got a couple more here. This September will be the first time that adults exist who are not alive for 9/11.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Super old.
Right? Mario in reverse is him divorcing Peach and bringing Bowser back to life so he can torment her, then running away.
I never assumed Mario and Peach got married.
I didn't either.
He just banged her.
Yeah, that's what I figured too.
He just threw that Italian plumber dick at her.
Right. And, occasionally kept trying to talk her into 3-ways with Luigi.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got the brother.
Or if she wanted to get...
He's a needy.
Or if things got weird, Waluigi,
Yeah, exactly.
That's what the W stood for.
Yeah, Waluigi's just in the closet and slightly cracked open.
Yeah, just laughing.
Cranking away.
Yeah, just laughing and cranking, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No wonder as much it's a little crazy.
Yep. All right, so the money you have in your possession isn't yours. It's just your turn with it.
That's accurate.
And this is the last one I'm going to read here for today, is even if 99% of the world's population thinks you're ugly, 750,000 people still find you attractive.
Fuck yeah. That's
right?
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's a positive thinking
right
there.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we're ending on that one.
Exactly.
So with that, head over to saltylanguage.com. All our links are there. Thanks to anyone who watched live or anyone who watches this via the playback. We appreciate it.
I apologize for the 7 minutes of just dead air while my dog was shitting.
Yeah, that was whatever. But wow, yeah. So if for some reason you liked this one, make sure you
this one was a mess, dude.
Click the thumbs up and also subscribe and hit the notifications thing and tell all your friends and whatever to help us out if you would. If you want to reach out to the show, like I said, if you want to find out about the Game of Thrones tweet that I didn't post, you can hit me up. You can message us at salty_language. If you have your own shower thoughts, I would love to hear them.
True.
This isn't a Q of the W situation. This is just a going forward thing. If you have a good shower thought, please send it in. You can message us at salty_language. You can find me at Stunami.
You can find me at Monotony, a.k.a. Monotony.
And
of course, hit us up on... I'm really not going to promote the Snapchat much anymore because it's kind of like a dead soldier.
That's fair. No, I was you promote your other show, yo.
Oh, I know. I'm getting there.
All right,
and we can hit us up on Salty Language Pod on YouTubes, of course. Subscribe, like Salty Language Pod on motherfucking Instagram, dog.
Yep.
And, you can find me personally. I also do another podcast called All the Beers Pod, allthebeerspod.com.
Yeah, I've been on
and
that
it's
show.
All the Beers Pod on Twitter and Instagram because fuck you, Facebook. And, that's me talking about beers.
Yep, and you can also catch me over at The Crazy Life with Heno and Jen. Again, that show can be found pretty much everywhere you find this show. It's at The Crazy Life Pod on Twitter if you want to follow us over there. I basically just post when new episodes go up. I really should do more with that, but it's all that work and stuff.
It is all that work and stuff.
Yeah. So I guess there's that. If, again, if you need a link for social media of some sort for us, head over to saltylanguage.com. Things there.
Thing.
As well as, have you put a link to All the Beers Pod on there yet?
No, because you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't even know if I updated it for the last show. That's how fucked up my life's been lately.
Fair enough. So, all right. Well, at some point,
I need to update our website. I need to go get on it and make sure.
Yeah, at some
point.
point.
Won't be tonight. I'm like a few beers in.
Yeah.
Going to bed after this, sir.
Yeah, good call. So, in the future or something, whatever. It'll be.
Oh, yeah. I need to put a link on there for it.
But if not, hit us up. We can get you whatever you need for it. And, so until next week, have all the beers. You'll be fine. Since we're just talking so heavy about it right now, I might as well again, right?
Appreciate that. Preach.
Yeah.
Stay salty, you mugs out there. Stay salty.
Yeah. And, it's funny. I'm gonna start the hashtag that I mentioned to you a week or two ago. I'm just gonna say it here, and I'll probably start using it occasionally, which is support salty pods.
I like it.